Welcome back, friends. My name is Zephyr, and in today's stream we're going to be continuing our second playthrough of Final Fantasy VIII. So without any further ado, let's jump right back into that. Before we begin, if you guys have not done so already, be sure to demolish that follow button. It really helps me out a ton. And if you haven't done so already, be sure to check me out on YouTube. I'm taking all these videos, making compilations of them, and uploading them. So if you want to be a part of it there, be sure to check it out there. All right, friends. Final Fantasy VIII. I think we're gonna chill out on Triple Triad a little bit since we've been doing that for quite a while. Just can we get focused? There we go. Want to make sure the camera's nice and pretty. Pretty for me. Hope y'all are doing phenomenal as well. It's a beautiful day. It's Memorial Day today, isn't it? Let's say Memorial Day? I think so. Man, this year is just like blowing on by. My goodness. Alright. Final Fantasy VIII time. I think we're supposed to go to Trabia Garden if I can recall. Is it Trabia Garden? I think so, yeah. I think that's exactly where we're going. Now that we have our 20 El Noil cards that we grinded. Tara, how you doing? How you doing? Yes, it is. How's your day going? Or morning going? Let's see here. 3rd floor. Still playing some Final Fantasy X yourself? Let's see here. We're ready to go. Yes, we are. All right. Let's see. I was having some conversations with some people on Twitter about what their favorite Final Fantasy is. I feel dead. Did you like sleep all of yesterday? Oh, I bet. I remember my first time or my first day after turning 21 as well. I think that's just a common thing people gotta go through. Yeah, threw me a surprise party last night. That is super exciting. They get you anything good? Friendship's all you need, you know. Man, the controls on this are so funky. There we go, okay. Nice, nice, there we go. Kind of. It's not easy steering an entire college campus. Man, friends that throw you surprise parties, though, those are good friends to have. So you just turned 21. Happy birthday, by the way. That is super exciting. Aside from the surprise party, did you do anything else yesterday, though? And you got me lots of wine and I got drunk. Oh my goodness. I feel like wine is like the toughest one to get drunk off of, you know? Not tough to get drunk, but like the hangover is really intense the next day, you know? Really, really intense. Let's see. I just feel like I don't know if it's the sugar in the wine or like the grapes, but wine gets me feeling bad. Man, my wife, when she drinks champagne, holy crap, she gets the party started just off of champagne alone. Do you like champagne at all? I know some people really like champagne. I hate champagne. Well, it was because my ex-boyfriend that threw the party because he wants to get back together. This is my grandmom and slept otherwise. Let's see, visited. Oh, gotcha. Well, that's exciting. I mean, ex-boyfriends, I'm sure, are always exciting and not exciting. So many different mixed feelings, I'm sure. Let's see. How far have you gotten in Final Fantasy X? Just where you ended your stream the other day? Man, where is Trabia Garden? I don't know if I ever asked. I might have, but did I ever ask what your favorite Final Fantasy was? Do you have like a personal favorite? I feel like you might have told me it was 10. 10 is super good. I can't wait to replay 10 again. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, where is Trabia Garden? I think it's over here. Oh, it's way over there. Gotcha. It's kind of going the right way. Maybe not. Here we go. how to get up over there? Man, this game is... This whole college campus flying a whole entire seed, whatever. Not exactly super mobile. Man, I can't wait till I get the airship. You've told me you've played 8 before and you didn't really like it too much, right? Let's see, I'm gonna stream later today once I get my stuff together and drive home. That'll be super exciting. You gonna play more of 10? So many people. I feel like 10 is so many people's favorite Final Fantasy. Like, it's really neck and neck with 7, I feel like. So many people like 10. It's such a good game. Aha! Success. It was hiding over here. Well, definitely try to stop by for sure. Oh, man. Let's see. I didn't play 8, but I played 9 and was not a huge fan of 9. 9 and 8 are pretty different, honestly. Like, they are pretty different. I'm gonna play 10. Yeah, nice, nice. Have you played 10-2 at all? And what are your feelings on 10-2? Looks pretty bad. I feel like 10-2 is a lot of people's, they like it or they don't like it. Selfie. I was never super crazy about 10-2. I thought it was just really poppy. Is that the word? Poppy? It was very light-hearted and compared to 10, which is pretty dark. I mean, the music is pretty jamming, though. I like the music. A direct hit? Let's see. Man, this really pisses me off. Let's see here. I'm going in. Be careful. Man, and it's already the 25th of May. Where is time going? I gotta go back to work here in like a week. It's gonna be my first time back at work in like 2 months. It's gonna be different. Man. Hey guys, how's it going, everyone? Yo, Charizard, how you doing, buddy? I'm doing well myself. What about you? Doing anything super cool today? Squall. Have you guys seen Selfie? Any idea where Selfie is? Yeah, she ran off ahead. I don't know if we should leave her by herself. Let's go find her. But I mean, it could be worse. And at least 10-2 is not 13. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people that really like 13, though. So I'm going to have to really try 13 again. Kind of give it another chance. But yeah, I do remember I don't know, the story, the game. It was just a lot that didn't catch me, you know? I'm doing great. That's awesome to hear, man. That is awesome to hear. Got any exciting plans going on today, or just kind of hanging out, chilling? Bandagas. So, you've been looking after Selfie. Just play along with it. Selfie's been a great help. Aww. Let's see. BRB, okay. What's wrong? That's not like Squall at all. To be so friendly. Whatever. Let's see. What are you playing right now, Charizard? Are you doing Kingdom Hearts still? Let's see. You Blah's rules unfamiliar. Blah's with Balam's rules? No. We carried the injured ones out in the car. Me? Nah, I'm hurt. I'm just sick. I'm exhausted from tending to everyone. Ooh, more magic. Aura. Ooh. I know Aura's a good one. Chilling out, just relaxing since I need a chill day, for one. I'll like to not stream. How long do your streams usually go? Like, are you usually streaming for like multiple hours a day? I know some people will stream for like 2 hours a day, and other people will stream for like 10 hours a day, so some people go hard. Some people go hard for sure. Gee, I wish the faculty was a little more reliable. What do they expect the student body committee to do under these conditions? I mixed it up. That's good. That is super good. Do you usually do like one particular game one day and then something different the next day? Because it feels like sometimes people play the same game every single day. Like I usually play the exact same game every single day. But some people will be like Final Fantasy this day, Pokemon the next day, Kingdom Hearts the next day kind of thing, you know? Let's see. No challenge right now. There's nothing in the student manual that explains how to handle a crisis like this. I mean, everything did just get blown up, so we have to remove this missile as soon as possible. There's no more threat of an explosion, but if it falls over, it could crush someone. Very true. I do 6 hours, 4 days a week. Nice. Yeah, having that consistent schedule is key. You know? If there's anything I've kind of realized, it feels like consistency goes a long way, you know? Okay, let's do our best to calculate our food and daily supplies. Let's see. Do you yourself, Charizard? Do you yourself have a favorite Final Fantasy? One that like you really like for a particular reason? Let's do our best to calculate our food and daily supplies. The calculator's broken too, so we have to be extra careful. Leave this baby to me. I'll have it up and running in no time. We're the tech squad. Hey, who are you guys? We're Trabia Gardens tech squad. They're like the tech support. Nice. We all divided up into different squads to utilize each of our specialities. Nice. Tech squad, okay. I love talking to people and like hearing everyone's different opinions on like their favorite game or their favorite Final Fantasy. Not even just Final Fantasy, but like just talking about what people's favorite games are. It's really interesting to hear all the different perspectives. I've only played 15 and 8. Those are very different from each other. What were your thoughts on both of them? I just finished my first playthrough of 8 like a week ago and really liked it. But you prefer 15? Is it like because 8's a little bit of a older, more dated game, you think? Or you just like the more action combat of 15? 15 was pretty actiony. Selfie. I'm sorry, Selfie. Can you forgive us? What? Why? Why are you apologizing? That teddy bear you gave me. I couldn't save it. I can hear him crying. He's lonely. My teddy bear's a lot stronger than you think. As long as you're all safe, Mr. Bear is very happy. Hey, I can hear him. Mr. Bear is watching over you secretly. So don't be naughty or sad all the time. Just remember, Mr. Bear is watching you. That's cute. Selfie just kind of seems like that older sister to them. That's pretty cute. Sorry, I'll be there in a sec. Wait by the basketball court, okay? Basketball court. Yeah, I haven't fully played 15 myself. Like, fully beaten it. I spent a good chunk of time on it. I probably spent, like, 60 hours on it. So I spent a lot of time on 15. I just never ended up finishing it for some reason. With 13, I only paid, like, maybe 20 hours. 20 hours in 13, and then just ended up stopping. 13 was a little... nothing drew me. Nothing drew me into 13, I feel like. But I really want to try it again, because I know there are some big Final Fantasy fans who really like it. So, you know, I think it's always worth giving it a second look, or, you know, just trying it out again. See if you like it. We're leaving as soon as Selfie comes back. We're on standby till then. I prefer action. 8 felt really slow. Coming from Kingdom Hearts 15, Pokemon, Dragon Quest, it felt slow. Yeah, it's definitely different. It's definitely different. Like, I mean, even if you go back further and play, like, Final Fantasy 6 or 5 or 4, like, kind of the farther back you go, it's almost like the slower they get, you know? So, I will say with 8, though, having the option to speed it up helps tremendously, I feel like. Doesn't seem like the enemy has invaded this garden yet. Are they on their way? Where's the sorceress? We have to find her, and I remember this part. Yeah, I feel like in 8, there's a lot of random encounters. Like, every time I get in a random encounter, I notice it. Like, there's a lot of random encounters in 8, which really does slow it down. I've got to do something to show that Selphie can depend on me. He's crushing. Why the search for a loan? Loan? Inviting Squall back to the past, whereas the sorceress searches for it. Could it be the sorceress that's trying to make that journey into the past too? Maybe? Why did the sorceress come into the picture all of a sudden? Was she actually waiting for this opportunity? Wonder if she was living a normal life before all of this. You know, ever since I met all of you, I've been doing some thinking. I can't stop thinking about it. Can't come up with an answer either. We're gonna go into some story mode stuff here. Oh, a little basketball skimming across the floor. Sorry to keep you waiting. Thanks so much for coming all the way out here, everyone. Cheer up, eh? Thanks. Yeah, I will say though, I even though it does feel like 8's a little bit slower, there's nice moments though when it does slow down, and I can really appreciate, aside from the gameplay aspect of it, some of the music and some of the dialogue. This game feels very dialogue heavy. Like, this is a story. It's almost like a book video game. There's a lot of dialogue in this game, which isn't a bad thing. It's very story based. Take me with you when you fight the sorceress, okay? I want to get even. I want my revenge. Let's see. Did you like Kingdom Hearts 3, Charizard? What were your feelings on Kingdom Hearts 3? In terms of the Kingdom Hearts franchise, I think I only played I played 1 and 2 like 10, 15 years ago, quite a while ago, like right when they came out. I haven't played them since, but I did play Kingdom Hearts 3 like a year ago, kind of like right after it came out. I played it, and it was fun. I mean, I don't know, it was fun. I just feel like it might not be one of those games I go back to, you know? I kind of do want to play Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 again, though. Man, I just want to play everything. I want to play all the games. Do we have to fight? Isn't there another way? You know, to avoid any bloodshed? Yo, what the? What are you saying all of a sudden? Maybe someone really smart can come up with a way, so we wouldn't have to fight anymore. What are you getting at? If someone can come up with something, that'd be great. Squall just doesn't want to be a leader anymore. But no one's doing anything. They're all scared, uneasy. All they do is complain. They just pretend to be thinking. Yeah. Oh, you played the Kingdom Hearts out of order? I liked 3. Yeah, what was your favorite world in 3? Toy Story World was pretty dope. I like Toy Story World in Kingdom Hearts 3. Renoa, why all this? All of a sudden? What do you expect from me? I grew up in Garden. I'm a seed. Do you understand? Squall, you have to voice your feelings or else I won't understand. You were part of a resistance movement in Timber, right? Unlike others who were all talk, you took to your weapons and fought. And now you're saying all this? What happened to you? Squall. I guess I'm getting scared. Sometimes, when I'm with all of you, I feel like we're on the same wavelength, you know? But when the battles start happening, it's different. Everyone's tempo seems to pick up, and I get left behind. I try to catch up, but it's no use. How far is everyone going? Can't hear anyone. Once I catch up, I wonder, is everyone safe? Will they welcome me with open arms? Interesting. I went birth by sleep, then 4. or then 4 Worlds of 1, then full base game of 3, then 2. Interesting. Yeah, I've only played the main series, I guess is what you call it, 1, 2, and 3. Did you follow along with the story pretty well, or was it mostly the gameplay that kept you? Is everyone okay? Will we all make it back together? When I start thinking like that, Renoa, I understand. Someone might not be there. Someone you love may disappear before your very eyes. It's tough when you live your life thinking that way. That's why I fight. When I was a little kid, I was about 4 or so. I was in an orphanage. Oh! It would have been good if he made that. I was in an orphanage. Yep, here we go. This is going to be the flashback moments. Plenty of kids. All with no parents. It was around the end of the Sorceress War, so I guess it couldn't be helped. You know, I'm playing through 8 now. I feel like a lot of this stuff is easier to visualize. I feel like a lot of times replaying games for a second time right after you finish it can really give a lot of additional context and more like light bulb moments, you know? Anyway, that's where I was. Look at them all, little kid versions of them. Now, out of all the kids there, one was very special to me. Irvi, wanna play? I really liked this girl, and it made me so happy just talking to her. Zephy, what you playin'? Zephy. War. It's cute. I followed the story of each individually, just not the cross connection between the two. Yeah. I've had a couple people tell me that like following the story can be pretty tough. Some people like just get it right away though. Like some people are really good with connecting all the pieces together. I struggle with the story in Kingdom Hearts myself. But maybe it could be just I haven't played enough of them or played them back to back like that. But the gameplay was super fun, I remember. Did you have a favorite of the Kingdom Hearts at all? Was there a particular one that like really engaged you a lot? I feel like, because it's been so long since I played 1 and 2, but I do feel like I remember 2 being a ton of fun. It was like faster paced than the first one, if I can recall. Is that orphanage a stone house? You guessed it. An old house made of stone? By the ocean? You guessed it. I knew right away when we first met. Hey, why didn't you tell us? Because you two seem to have forgotten. It just kind of sucked that I was the only one who remembered. Spunky little Selfie and bossy little Quisty. That is just so weird. Huh? It is a little interesting that he doesn't at least come forward and mention it at all to Quistis or even Selfie. Seems like he's got some long drawn out feelings for Selfie. Hey, do you guys remember setting off fireworks? That was this way. Like ghost squall coming through the door. Little baby squall. Sis, where'd you go? You don't like me anymore? What a shameful sight. My favorite so far is 3, but 2 is really fun. They each have a unique vibe to them. They do. It's kind of like it reminds me of that with the Final Fantasy games. Like each one is very distinct in its own way, you know? And some people that drives them crazy that every single game is so different. But I kind of love that. I feel like that's what makes... I don't know. I feel like that's just what makes Final Fantasy's Final Fantasy, you know? Each one's different. Each one has like its own unique flavor, its own thing to love or not love. How about this? Yeah! The ocean, the lighthouse. We did set off fireworks. Man, I love the pre-rendered backgrounds. Like, I say it all the time, but the pre-rendered backgrounds in this game especially just look so good. Like a painting. Yo! Kids aren't supposed to play with fireworks. I'm gonna tell on you. Cry baby Zell, go back to bed. If I remember this, does that mean I was there too? We all got in big trouble. Then, what about my parents and Balam? The Dinsh and Balam must have adopted you. Yep, that's probably it. I was here? Yo, come on, stop it. Matwin, help. Little kid versions of them. Cry baby Zell. Man, Cypher was a prick even back then, man. Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts are made by the same company, so it makes sense they are similar. Yeah, I wasn't even talking about the similarity in that aspect, just more so like each game is different from one another, so like there's like variety in each, you know? It's like something I really appreciate about the Final Fantasy games. Like 8 is so different than 7, 9 is so different than 8, 10 is so different than 9, kind of so on, you know? Like each are a little bit different. Who's that? Cypher. Nah, 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 nah. Stop teasing me, Cypher. Oh my goodness. Cypher, my arch enemy. Wow, he was there too. He was. Well. Cypher. Cypher was always Cypher. Zell always crying and screaming. Irvine? Sorry, don't remember you. Twistus, I think you were difficult to deal with. Selfie, always full of energy. Super interesting. Super interesting. Cypher was there too. What did you think about the story on Final Fantasy VIII when you played through it? Were you pretty into it? Except for Renoa, we were all there. I feel like one of the bigger strong points of the game, I feel like, is the overarching story in Final Fantasy VIII. Especially the ending, like how everything ends. Like the scale of everything just keeps building up. Super interesting story. The way they ended it, the way it's all future based and everything's super unique. I like that kind of stuff a lot. Hey, that means... Were you pretty big into the story, Charizard? Let's see. What's your all-time favorite franchise? Mine is Pokemon. Pokemon's pretty awesome. My wife and I used to play Pokemon Go all the time for gaming. I mean, I'd be hard-pressed not to say Final Fantasy. It's probably the franchise I've spent the most time with, have the most backstory with, played the most games of, so I feel like I'd be lying if I didn't say Final Fantasy, so probably Final Fantasy. Although, yeah, I mean, definitely Final Fantasy. God of War is up there too. I've played a lot of the God of War games. I think all of the God of War games, actually. And those were really solid. Aside from that, yeah, mostly Final Fantasy. I mean, a lot of stuff Square does. Like, Square has some phenomenal game titles. You know, Chrono Trigger, Kingdom Hearts games. Let's see, I was into a bit at first. I felt like it dragged on a little, but it picked up. Yeah, the story of 8. Maybe it's the slowness of it. There's a lot of dialogue in 8. It's probably the most... Aside from anything like 10 and after with the voice acting, it's probably the most dialogue-intensive Final Fantasy. From like 9 and below. Yeah, I was there too. Sis? Very interesting. I was always waiting for Sis to come back. I'm all alone, and I'm doing my best. I'll be okay without you, Sis. I'll be able to take care of myself. Facepalm. I turn out okay. Sis, Ellie. So after playing 8, did you say you played 15 first, and then you went and played 8? Or did you play 8 first? After playing 8, do you have any interest in going back to any of the other ones, like 9 or 7, or even the 2D ones before that? Like, do you think you'll play 7 at all? Do you think you'll play the remake at all? Ellie, alone. Though alone was Sis. She was a bit older than us, and we all used to call her Sis. Quistis, Zell, Zelfie, Irvine, Cypher, Alone, and myself. Yeah. I'm not sure what the meaning behind all this is, but we were definitely together. Very interesting. The way they use, like, memory shifting in this game is super interesting. You mean Sis is alone? She's the one that takes us back to Laguna's period. She said she wanted to change the past. I don't know why. There can only be one reason for that. She must not be happy with the present. If that's the case, I'm definitely up for helping her. You played 15 first? What made you want to go back and play 8 specifically? Like, of all the other ones to play, there was like 13 or 12 or 10, 9, 8, 7, so on. What was it about 8 that you picked up? Like a recommendation from a friend, or... Yeah, of all of them, I've played like 6 and pretty much 6 and above I've played, but 8 was the one I never really, I played a little bit of it when I was super young, but I just never really dug into it. Never finished it. I think I got somewhere around the end of disc 1, maybe somewhere in disc 2, and just never continued on with it. But I like it a lot. As I've gotten older, I feel like maybe just being a little bit older, I can appreciate it. But she's part of our orphanage gang. You didn't even remember who she was. Hey, Selfie, that goes for you too. I wonder where the orphanage is. So Sis was alone, eh? Everyone was fond of Sis, but you, Squall, you kept hogging her for yourself. You sure have a good memory. This is really strange. I don't think I was adopted because of the way I am. Probably the same with Cypher, too. The two of us, you two must have been at Garden by the age of 5 or so. Let's see. Even so, he's never mentioned anything about growing up in an orphanage. Nothing about this has ever crossed my mind when I see him either. Don't you find that odd? That is strange. In my case, I had loads and loads of fun after going to Trabia. That's probably why I forgot all about my childhood. That's what I think. Very interesting why they forget. It was the cheapest on the eShop. I bought it on Switch digitally. Oh, okay. Nice, nice. Yeah, I think I got 8 and 9, both for half price on the PlayStation Store, so I feel like I got a pretty decent deal on them. Pretty happy with it. I think I got 8 for like $8 or something? $10? Yeah, it might have been like $8 or $9. And same with 9, I got that one for like 10 bucks as well. Pretty much buy one, get one on them, so. Was that the same deal that was going on there too? Was it like half off? But I don't know what's up with you guys. It's so odd that you would forget. I remember. Yes, I remember now. Things didn't work out too well at my new home, so I came to Garden at the age of 10. That was when I first noticed Cypher and Squall. Cypher and Squall were always fighting. Yeah, Quistis always used to break this up. Yes, that's right. Cypher was a kid who always needed to be the center of attention, but Squall always used to ignore him. But eventually they would end up fighting. Squall could have easily walked away from it, but always took up the challenge. I should have just ignored him, but Squall, almost in tears, would say, "Gotta do my best by myself, or else I won't be able to see Sis." Very interesting. I guess I was trying to take Alone's place. I tried, but to no avail. That's probably it. Even after becoming an instructor, I couldn't stop thinking about Squall. Ooh. Even after becoming an instructor, I couldn't stop thinking about Squall. Is she crushing on her student? No deal, it was full price. What was the, like, price of it? I feel like one thing is, a lot of times these older remastered games are usually pretty inexpensive, though. Yeah, they're like... I couldn't imagine more than, like, 15 bucks or something, right? Do you think you'll ever try Remake, though? Or Final Fantasy VII? Or 9? Like, do you think you're gonna go and try any of the other ones? Even after becoming an instructor, I couldn't stop thinking about Squall. I thought it was love. I had to hide my feelings because I was an instructor, but I've come to realize it wasn't. It was my childhood feelings as a big sister that lingered. Switch has original 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 to 12, 15 pocket version. Ooh, so I might get others down the road? Yeah, for sure. I'd definitely say if you... Whatever your feelings were on 8, 7, and 9 are going to be probably pretty similar with the way they travel, the gameplay, the random encounters, the pre-rendered background. 7 and 9 are pretty similar to 8. Different stories, different characters, different everything, of course. But 10 is the first one that definitely feels more in the 15 realm. The voice acting, the 3D world. It was $18. It's not a bad deal. It's a huge game for $18, you know? His and hers, how you doing? Good afternoon yourself. How you doing today? Hope you're having a great day. Let's see. We're just talking about Final Fantasies and different ones to recommend and stuff. Charizard, if you haven't already, His and Her Gaming, they were playing Final Fantasy X yesterday, and she was killing it. If you haven't checked out their channel, I totally would recommend it. They have some really phenomenal stuff as well. Charizard does some streaming as well. Does like Kingdom Hearts and Pokemon. So, big RPG fans here. Got a ton of RPG love here. It was my childhood feelings as a big sister that lingered. Oh, well. Go talk to Quista. Seems like she was shocked. I can't remember. The orphanage was located... Let's see. We're good, thank you. Waiting for our steak pie. Ooh, that sounds so good, honestly. How are you? I'll follow now. I'm doing well myself. I'm doing pretty well myself. A steak pie. That sounds really good. That sounds really good, honestly. Man, it's pretty early where I'm at. It's like 7:30, so... Every time people mention food, my stomach just starts growling. Let's see, I can't remember. The orphanage was located... Yo, this is getting out of hand. We're forgetting way too much. Just followed you. Nice, nice. Yeah, they post some pretty cool content. They do. I like that it's like you and your man. That's really cool. My wife says that she was pretty interested in streaming as well, so just kind of thinking of like starting her own channel and stuff. So couple streaming, you know, I like it. Let's see. What game are you gonna play after Final Fantasy X as well? Are you gonna keep going in the Final Fantasy series, like do 10-2 or 12 or anything? Or are you gonna try something totally different? I'd completely given up when Rinoa came into the picture. Hey! It must be the same for Cypher. I'm sure Cypher has forgotten his childhood too, but whenever he sees Squall, his inner feelings start to boil and... Is that why he's always picking fights with Squall? Why is it that we forgot? Why did they forget? Let's see, steak pie with potatoes and vegetables and lots of gravy. Oh my goodness, that sounds so good, honestly. That sounds delicious. Man, just getting my stomach growling at the thought of it. 10-2, have you ever played 10-2 before? Grew up together as kids, how's that possible? How about this? The price we pay for using the GF. My second favorite genre is fighting games. What's your favorite fighting game, Charizard? You pretty big like Mortal Kombat fan, or I know Dissidia. A lot of people say Dissidia is a pretty fun fighting game, because that one's kind of like Final Fantasy meets Mortal Kombat a little bit, right? Super Smash though. Man, I want to get Super Smash so bad. I used to play it when I was much younger, so I really want to get it again. I'm sure my wife would love it. price we pay for using the GF. She's not really big into fighting games though, but I'm like, Smash is different. Smash is a different kind of fighting game. Let's see. I love 10-2 and then think I'll do Kingdom Hearts. Charizard is also a very big Kingdom Hearts fan. So, yeah, I feel like I'm the odd one out in the Final Fantasy community. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for hosting the stream, his and hers. Appreciate you a ton. I feel like I'm kind of the odd one out in the Final Fantasy community because I'm not super familiar with Kingdom Hearts. I've played 1, 2, and 3, but like to have a conversation on it, I don't know too much about it. I feel like it was kind of hard for me to follow the story in Kingdom Hearts, you know? The gameplay was super fun though. Gameplay was super fun. Charizard and I were talking about our favorite worlds earlier. I think Toy Story. That's why I love the gaming community, right? Right? Different opinions, different conversations to have, different ideas. My favorite is Smash Bros. Yes. Kingdom Hearts is super fun. It was a ton of fun. I remember I haven't played 1 and 2 for like 10 or 15 years or something, but I did play 3 like a year ago, and 3 was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. It was like the flying was a little interesting, the ability to kind of fly around the map was a little interesting, but the gameplay was super fun. Do you have a favorite world in Kingdom Hearts as well? The Kingdom Hearts is a little confusing. Yeah, the story can be a little tricky to navigate. The GF provides us his power, but the GF makes his own place inside our brain. So you're saying that the areas where our memories are stored? I don't know if I've asked though, have you played Final Fantasy VIII? Have you ever played Final Fantasy VIII, his and hers? No, that's just a rumor the GF critics are spreading. So if we keep relying on the GF, we won't be able to remember a lot of things. I love the way they do the summons in this game. I think it's so unique how using the summons, using the GFs, causes them memory loss. It's such a unique spin on it, I feel like. It is such a unique spin on it. Yeah, when we talk about Kingdom Hearts, probably Toy Story World in 3 was my favorite. That was so much fun. I love the Little Mermaid world, yes, and Lion King. The way have you played Final Fantasy VII Remake at all yet? I feel like the way you navigate and roam around in the Lion King world is probably going to be similar to how Red 13 feels in Remake. Yes, I played 8, but not in maybe 13, 14 years, and I don't think I completed it personally. Ooh, that'd be a good first stream, you know, first time playthrough, or like to complete it. That'd be a cool stream idea. Yeah, I was the same way. It's so funny because like it was like 10, 15 years ago that I played Final Fantasy VIII, and I think I got to the end of disc 1 and just never finished it. I don't know why. So same, very same. There's no way Headmaster Sid would allow such a dangerous thing. And how is it that I remember while everyone else has forgotten? Well, in my case, I hadn't junctioned a GF until recently. That's why I remember a lot more than you guys. Very interesting. I haven't played it, but Connell has played the remake. I have played the original. Interesting. Are you going to play the remake yourself? Do you think he'll play the original? Did you watch him? I'm sure you must have watched him play the remake, right? What were your thoughts on it? Did you like the remake? How about you, Selfie? Your first experience with the GF was when you came to Balam Garden, right? Yeah. Interesting. New Smash Bros. Has 74 characters in base game, 5 characters in DLC. DLC 1 and 6 and DLC 2, they bring back every old one plus some newer ones. They have over 900 music tracks and over 100 stages. There's also a story mode called World of Light. That is super cool. Yeah, I haven't played Smash Bros. Since I think it was the GameCube, if I can recall. GameCube days. But I want to get it again for the Switch. My wife's just a little... She doesn't seem super thrilled about fighting games, so maybe I just gotta push a little bit more, you know? Maybe I'll just buy it and bring it home. Be like, look what we're playing tonight. Me and Connell are really trying to get into the horror genre. Ooh, so when I completed the 10 and 10-2, I'll probably start The Walking Dead or Resident Evil 5. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Man, I haven't played like a horror game in so long. I think I played Resident Evil 4 like 10 years ago or something. And I only got like 30 minutes into it and then stopped. I think it scared me. Like, as weird as that sounds, I think it was just kind of spooking me a little bit. And personally, I do not like the open fighting in the remake. Interesting. Do you like more of the turn-based style, like 10 and original 7? We gave up our memories in exchange for power. Is it because of the GF that we forgot? Is that why other forces refrain from using GF? Interesting. So probably not on replaying or on playing the remake. Very interesting. I love talking to people who like or don't like stuff for a certain reason. It's super interesting to hear opinions. Yeah, I know some people were not crazy that they were going more active time combat in remake, so interesting. I have recently completed Resident Evil 4. Yeah? Man, people say Resident Evil 4 is like one of the best games of all time. Aren't they remaking it? Are they remaking Resident Evil 4 right now? Yeah, because they just remade 2 and 3, right? I was tempted to pick up 3. Have you played the remake of 3 at all? I have a confession to make. When I was 12, I went on an outdoor training session. I found a GF inside one of the monsters I defeated. I junctioned that GF for a while, so I have experience with GF2. Interesting. Let's see. I am not knocking it, but it's for me. I do definitely like the turn-based personally. Same. No, same. I really like the turn-based as well. Playing Resident Evil in VR scared me. Man, I could only imagine how terrifying that would be. Could you imagine just having a VR on and just seeing, oh, all the monsters jump up right in front of your face? That'd be terrifying. Let's see, definitely remaking it. Let's see, Connell said 3 remake wasn't very good. Interesting. He said, I haven't played it. I refuse to play Resident Evil 7. Why do you refuse to play Resident Evil 7? I do not like being... Is there a lot of chasing in Resident Evil 7? Did he say why he didn't like Resident Evil 3 at all? Anxiety doesn't suit me well. Same. Same. If I'm being honest. But it's really weird. Must be the GF's fault. What should we do? What should we do? Nothing. What do you mean, nothing? So what do you want to do? You want to stop using GFs now? As long as we continue fighting, we're indebted to the powers of the GF. If there's a price I have to pay for that, I'll gladly pay it. Man, why do they call them GFs in here? Why can't they just call them like summons or aeons? I don't like the term GF. I feel like they should have called them summons or something. Hey, I know. Let's all keep a diary. Or aeons. But yeah, I'm curious why he didn't really like it. I've heard a lot of people really liked Resident Evil 3, the remake of it, and 2. I think the only kind of complaint I've heard from some people is the length of it. It's pretty short. It's a pretty short game. That way we'll always have something to remind us. Are you sure that's what you want? Maybe. That's for the best. Yeah, I don't care if I forget about my childhood. Cypher used to pick on me. What's important to me now is having the power to protect my parents in Balam. They adopted me. There's no way I'm letting go of that power. Hey. Do you all remember Matrone? She was always wearing black. Matrone, dressed in black. Let's see, she's the sorceress? Maybe? Let's see, it's bloody scary. In the Resident Evil 3 remake, he said he wasn't scared of Nemesis. He said he was running from him, but no scare factor. That's all interesting. And the pictures I've seen, or some of the gameplay I've seen of Nemesis, he looks pretty dope. He looks pretty cool. But yeah, I guess if you're probably jumping into the Resident Evil games for some good scare moments, no, I gotcha. If you don't get any of those scare moments, like just more chasing, more of that anxiety, I could see that. I could see that. Very kind. Long black hair. Yes, I really admired her. I see a resemblance. Matron, they look alike. Wait, I just pictured her face and look alike. No, that's not it. Matron's name is Adia Kramer. Matron is Sorceress Adia. Ooh, and that music. He said the graphics are good, but he said there was no scare factor and the music wasn't great. Ooh. It isn't creepy. Music goes so far in making a good game. Do you not agree? I feel like that's something that just Final Fantasy games are so good at. Like, the music in Final Fantasy games are just, like, next level good. I mean, even this. Like, this is a PlayStation 1 game with no voice acting. And even this music is a little creepy. Matron, Sorceress Adia. Why is the Matron? Why? You're wondering why Matron would take over a country or fire missiles and whatnot? At this point, we probably wouldn't comprehend it, even if we talked about it. Probably right. Hear me out. Seed and garden were all Matron's idea, right? I'm not a seed, but I share the same feeling with all of you. Seeds are supposed to fight the sorceress, right? Facepalm moment. I agree, the music really needs to be on point. Yeah, I totally agree. And like, again, that's the Final Fantasy games. They're just so good with the music. They're so good with the music. They just always know how to hit that right moment, you know? Did you at least like the music in Remake at all? If there's anything about Remake, I'll say that was like next level astounding for me. The music was so good in it. The music was so good in Remake. This is strange. That's right. It was when I was being tortured by Cypher. He wanted to know what seed was. Matron should know. But Matron is Sorceress Adia. There's no denying that. What does this all mean? Squall, you listening? So, like, this is what I wanted to say. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I mean, if I'm being honest, Final Fantasy VIII might be my favorite soundtrack in the entire series. It's so good. There's so many good moments. Like, with the music in this game, I could, like, buy this whole entire soundtrack. I was gonna say on CD, but I guess nobody buys CDs anymore. I understand what Renault is saying. Do you have a favorite soundtrack in the series yourself? Or what about you, Charizard? Do you have a favorite like soundtrack in any video game? Really? I mean, if I'm picking a favorite, it's really hard to not say 8 at this point. The music is just gives me chills my entire playthrough. I think 7 or 10-2. Have you played 10-2? I have played 10-2. 10-2, 10 and 10-2, I played a lot when I was younger. I haven't played 10-2 probably in like 5 years or so. I got it when I got the HD remaster on the PS3 a couple years ago. I know it was fun. I'm not super crazy on some of the story moments on it, but the music is pretty great. And the dress sphere system is phenomenal. I love the dress sphere system. It's so fun. And the dresses and the outfits on all of them just look so good. It's a ton of fun. Are you a big fan of 10-2? What can I do for you? Yes, yes, the pop music, as weird as it kind of is, it's still like super catchy. And then like 1,000 words, yep. When I was super young, I actually made a save file at that point so I could go back multiple times and rewatch that. I got chills when I was like 10 years old watching that part. Just the music. You like the outfits or the girls? I mean, I can like both, right? I mean, Yuna and Riku are awesome. Pain's a little interesting. Pain's pretty cool. I think Pain is probably the most interesting character in the whole game. Like from where you start with her to where you end, she has a lot of character growth. She's pretty cool. She's pretty cool. But yeah, they're pretty cute. They're pretty cute ladies in that game. I understand, but I'm still gonna fight. I want to stay true to everything I've stood for. Riku's outfit was a little interesting in 10-2. It always cracked me up going to like Mount Gagazet. I know, snowing everywhere, and she's like walking around in a bikini. Final Fantasy girls make me question my sexuality. I mean, fair enough. I mean, there's some beautifully designed women in this game. Honestly, Quistis in Final Fantasy VIII, she is a hottie for sure. But yeah, every single game. I think the only one where I'm not like, I don't know, Final Fantasy IX, Garnet never seemed hot? I don't know if that's the word. She seemed like super sweet and like a princess. I mean, I think, well, she actually was a princess, but yeah, they do a good job with the designs on all the characters. They make them look really good. It's Tetsuya Nomura for you. I'm sure it's the same for everyone. That's why I thought it'd be best if everyone knew we would have to face Matrone. You've all heard this before. Aerith in the remake, though, yeah. Especially when she's out in her dress. You think Aerith in the remake, though, over Tifa? My goodness, Tifa is just... my goodness. Making me question all sorts of things in remake. They were both very, very beautifully designed. Very beautifully designed. What dress did he get when he did his playthrough of remake? Did he get the red dress on Aerith? Let's see. I like good girls. Honestly though, like the dialogues, when I was playing remake, someone mentioned this and I thought it was so interesting that it's almost like Tifa's a badass who's really shy and quiet when she talks, and Aerith is like a sweetheart looking good girl who's kind of aggressive when she talks. Because if you like pay attention to how she like talks to Cloud and like talks to everyone, she's very pushy, she's very aggressive, she's pushy. And I think that's really interesting. Tifa's Marty. Aerith had the red ball gown. Tifa and Camino, ooh, and Cloud got like a maid dress. Cloud's dresses were so interesting in remake. Yeah, I think the best one you can get is like this. It totally does look like a maid dress. That's probably the best term I've heard for it. Yeah, it's like all lavender and purple and super interesting. But yeah, the kimono one, I got that one I think on my playthrough, and it was super cute. I love all the dresses. They did such a good job with Wall Market in remake. I feel like Hell Life has infinite possibilities. I don't believe that one bit. Do you think you would play remake yourself if it was like still completely turn-based? Like essentially if it was like Final Fantasy X or Final Fantasy VII original? Not sure how many there is. I think each one gets 3, so there's like 9 dresses total. And I think you need to get all 9 to get the trophy for it. There weren't many paths for me to choose. Sometimes there would only be one. From the limited possibilities I faced, the choices I made have brought me this far. That's why I value the path I chose. I want to hold true to the path that had to be taken. I know our opponent is Matrone, whom we all love very much. We might lose something very important on account of the GF, but I don't mind. It's not like I drifted here on the tides of fate. I'm here because I chose to be here. And more importantly, we all grew up together. But due to various circumstances, we were all separated. Very interesting. Let's see. Yes, I would play it if it was turn-based. It's beautifully done. Yeah. Have you played the Final Fantasy VII with the mods on it? Like the HD graphic mods? I was watching someone play it a couple days ago and it looks so cool. It's literally the exact same game, but like all the textures and all of the enemies and Cloud and Tifa and all of them are like all HD spruced up sprites and it looks so cool. I kind of want to replay 7 and try it. I think you have to have the PC Steam version of it, but then you can just like upscale everything and it looks insane. It looks awesome. As a kid, you couldn't really go out on your own. There were no other paths to take. All I did was just cry. But let's see. Plus, I don't want to see Aerith die again. Yeah, she's going to. Just people are talking about that she might not in Remake Part 2, but I think she's going to. She has to. I feel like she has to. I feel like that's such a critical aspect of the story. Like, if they do the remake and don't have her die, I don't know, it just wouldn't feel like a remake then, you know? As terrible as that is, and as terrible as that sounds, like, her death was so important in the original game, you know? Kind of like with Zack. Like, Zack's death led to Cloud being Cloud, so... I don't know. The fact that in some alternate timeline he's alive, I'm just not... I don't know, I'm not into it. Let's see, I think she should, but I'll cry a lot. Hey, sometimes those crying moments make the best video clips, am I right? Let's see, but somehow, we're together again. Just like old times, though a lot's changed. We're not kids anymore. We're strong enough to take care of ourselves. Make our own decisions. We're confronting a big one right now. So was it both you and Connell who were interested in like doing like a joint video game channel together? Had you like talked about it? Or did like did you go up to him and you're like, I have a really cool idea. We should do like a channel together. You just kind of like talking about it. Like what kind of kicked off both of you wanting to do it? I think it's super cool, by the way. I think it's super cool. I've tried to talk to my wife a couple times, maybe. Come on. Oh, okay. I'll talk to you in a minute then. Do we fight Matrone or not? I say we fight. Shoot for a common goal. Yeah, at least it'll keep us together a little longer. Yeah, let's do it. We can't run from her for the rest of our lives. It's such a bummer. I can't believe we have to fight Matrone. I know, but Zell's right. We can't run from her forever. Renoa, it's up to you. We're gonna fight. I think it's the only way we can move on with our lives. If that makes any sense at all, come with us. I'm sure that's what everybody wants. She's thinking. Look, look. Is that snow? A gift from the fairies? I don't know, Selfie. That just looks like snow to me. But what do I know? Yo, you want to go check out Adia's orphanage? I wonder what it's like now. We might find a clue. Clue? You mean as to why Matrone turned out like this? It probably has to do with something that happened in the past. The past is the past. It's over. Done with. Despite what truth we find, it's not going to change the present. But I want to see too. I don't know what we'll find, but let's head for Adia's house. Alright, we got a destination. I guess that we're fighting. You guys are fearless. Fearless. I don't think that's quite right. Think too hard, you become lost. I think that's what everyone's afraid of. I wish we didn't have to fight either. Alright. Let's do Zell and Quisty. Steve the Outlaw just raided. What is going on, my friend? How you doing, buddy? How you doing today, Steve-O? Thank you so much for the raid, man. How you doing today? How was your stream? Good, mate, you? I'm doing good myself. I'm doing good. Just kind of relaxing, playing some good Final Fantasy, talking to some good people. How was your stream, buddy? Don't know if anyone will stick around as it's from strategy to RPG. No, it's all good. It's all good. Like, you know, even though we're playing some RPGs here, I'm all about good conversations and positivity. So it was good, mate. That's good. That's really, really good. Let's see. Yeah, I saw you were like posting it on YouTube as well. So I tried to like check it out there and watch a little bit more of it. It looks really cool, honestly. And I know I was saying that, but like, it totally makes me want to look into playing some more strategy games. You know, try it out. Try something different. Let's see. I feel like, if I'm being honest, I feel like I'd probably be lost on it, you know? Because it's so different. But at the same time, it'd be pretty fun to learn. I use Restream, so when I stream to Twitch, it goes to both. Oh, to Twitch and YouTube? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Does it like automatically upload on your YouTube channel? So you don't have to do anything, it just kind of pops on there and nice and easy? Man, that'd probably save a lot of time. It is live to both. That is pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. Check it out, mate. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. Although, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of just... I think I like the idea of like streaming to Twitch. Because I record everything I stream, like to my computer. And then I try to chop it up and make like videos out of it. But, yeah. Kill two birds with one stone. I'll link it for you if you want. Yeah, yeah, for sure. And I can check it out. I'll like save it in my Chrome browser. I am all down for useful tips everywhere. Let's see. But thank you so much for the raid, dude. I really appreciate that a ton. I'm all down for meeting new people and having good conversations. Let's see. Can we fly up here? I don't think so. Not over there. I know Adia's place is right around here somewhere. Let's see here. Man, navigating this gigantic college campus might be the most difficult thing in the game. Let's see. Not nearly as nimble as the airship you get later. You're looking for the white sea ship? I think I'm trying to go to Adia's orphanage, which I know is right around here somewhere. Just got to get a beach to go up on. Let's see. Are you gonna play any other Final Fantasies yourself, Steve-O? Here we go. We got a beach. We got a beach. Oh. I guess I just kind of accidentally ran into it. Squall, take a look. Wow. I was not expecting that sound. What do you think? You probably know we're here too. If not, we'll make the first move. Let's see. You can stream to loads of things, not just YouTube. I feel like I've seen this before. Yeah, I feel like I've checked this out before. It's super interesting. I'll totally look into it, man. Yeah, I'm all down. I'm always down to learn new things, so super handy. I don't really do anything with my YouTube channel, though. Let's see. Like in terms of, aside from just uploading on it. It's a cool kind of place to keep like backlogs though, you know? Just to kind of keep like additional videos. Because I've kind of thought that myself. Because like if you think about it, when you're streaming for multiple hours, those video files are huge. So I've witnessed like recording them to my actual computer. Dude, the files are massive. So just going straight to YouTube would probably be nice. Yeah, it's just so the videos are online easily. Are online, really? Yeah. Man, I bet it saves a ton of computer storage too, man. Yeah, these files are massive. Not as much, it's weird, like not as much like these ones, like Final Fantasy VIII or VII, but like Remake, dude, when I do like a 3-hour stream of Remake, it was like a 50 gigabyte file. It was huge. And I bet, man, I bet what you're playing, because the maps are gigantic in that, dude, I could only imagine those video files. Because you play for like more than 3 hours, right? You're usually like 3-4 hours. Probably know we're here too. If not, we'll make the first move. The battle is inevitable. The sorceress is with them, huh? So this is gonna be the final battle? I hope so. What should I do first? I have to give orders to everybody. It's my responsibility. Let's see here. I think I might have accidentally ran into the ship. Let's see. Let's see. Final Fantasy VIII orders. I just want to make sure I pick them right this time. I kind of guessed last time, so... Oh, it says that this is totally normal. Let's see. Yeah, usually 3 to 4. Longest stream I ever did was 12 hours. Man, 12 hours. Dude, how was that stream? Yeah, I know some people do like 24-hour streams. Tiring. Oh, I bet. Man, I bet. Yeah, people do like 24-hour, like full day streams. Ooh. I don't know about you, man, but like after even like 3 hours, I'm pretty tired, you know. When I hit 4 hours, I'm like really tired, so I can only imagine 12. I have to try to keep it simple. If I give out too many orders, it could lead to chaos. What should I say? Come on, think. There's no time. Let's see. Oh, it says the orders that you choose to give do not have any impact on how the game plays out further. That's awesome. Okay. The important orders are prepare for the attack, prepare our defense, take care of the junior classmen. Sweet. All right. Let's see. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's with the graphics? Oh, was like my graphics kind of doing funky? Like the graphics of the game funky? Welcome back. I did 6 hours yesterday. Whew. My goodness. I checked out your Final Fantasy VII videos on YouTube, man. Awesome. Whoa, I appreciate it a ton, Stevo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I haven't really got like too many people checking out on like the YouTube videos, but they're kind of, you know, popping in and out here. So hopefully, you know, and it's more like kind of like learning experience, you know, just kind of putting stuff together, trying new things. I just don't remember the game. Been so clean. This is the remaster. Yeah, this one. Oh, Castle Warrior. Yes, this one is the remaster of Final Fantasy VIII. Yes, Final Fantasy VIII. Prepare for the attack, prepare our defense, and what to do with the hot dogs? Take care of our junior classmen. Oh, I think I meant to do my orders. Oops. All right, give out your orders when you're ready. Let's see. Everyone seemed to be enjoying themselves. Yeah, it was a ton of fun, honestly. It was. Ooh, didn't know it existed. Yeah, I think the remaster came out like 8 months ago or something. So it's pretty new, but honestly, it looks really good. It looks really, really good. I would totally recommend to check it out, honestly. But yeah, I could definitely say I was enjoying the stream yesterday. It was a ton of fun. It's just cool talking to people, and you know, especially when a lot of comedic aspects come up. I was laughing. I was literally choking on my drink last night, laughing so hard. This is Squall speaking. This is an emergency, so listen carefully. We're going into battle against Galbadia Garden. As you may all know, Cypher is with them. I plan to settle everything once and for all with this battle. First and second class sabers, assemble in the parking lot. Those with MG rank 3 or above, head for the second floor deck and await instructions. Be sure to warm up. The enemy will probably come aboard. We must concentrate our forces at the front gate and the quad. Your student ID number is even, report to the quad. If it's odd, report to the front gate. Those who have student ID numbers ending with an 8, take care of the junior classmen. I think that was a bit unnecessary. People tend to get a little wild in battle. They just need to hear what's necessary. Come on, Squall. Oh boy. It is. Always ends up dirty. Always my stream. Well, sometimes I can provide some comedic elements to it, so let's see. But everyone seemed to have fun. Man, the money, the like money coffin gif. I was laughing so hard at that. He was loving that. So, let's see. Thought I was part of the sorry about that. I think I made it more confusing than I needed to. Why am I always the odd man out? What do you want us to do? I want you guys to help me lead the others. When Zell gets here, we'll divide it into 2 teams. Zell? I think he's taking a nap. Yeah, he said he hasn't slept at all lately. What? Oh, yeah. Let's see here. What are you guys talking about? Nothing. It's our little secret. Are you a pretty big Final Fantasy fan yourself, Castle Warrior? Let's see. Are you gonna play any other Final Fantasies yourself, Stevo? Please do. Oh, in terms of like the money graphics. Yeah, the money gif was so funny yesterday. It was a ton of fun. I don't know, part of me kind of was thinking about doing like gifs and stuff, but like, I don't know. I don't think I have that like comedic element in my bone, you know? No idea. Oh, no idea on Final Fantasy. It's very story-based game. Waiting for PS5 for the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Have you seen the Unreal Engine 5 demo, Castle? Man, the Unreal Engine demo for what PlayStation 5 is gonna look like, just blowing my mind when I saw it. It looks so good. Banter, bring it. Was my first game. Nice, we love it. Yeah, I'm all down for banter. I'm all down. So if y'all want to throw some stuff out there, just have fun, or I'm all down. I'm down for anything. Let's see here. All right. What's he doing? We don't have any time. I'm gonna go check the quad. Who's coming with me? Who we bringing? We bring Quistis. And I guess not Renoa. And Irvine. Why not? And then Junction, Irvine with Zell stuff. Cool, cool. Let's see. Selfie, find Zell. You guys work together and lead the team at the front gate. Gotcha. We still have some time, so don't bother equipping your GF yet. Alright, let's go to the quad. And the music just gets so up-tempo. Game's letting you know a battle's coming. Wait, what about Renoa? Renoa. You guys take care of her. Just so interesting to think. A bunch of teenagers are leading a floating college campus to fight another teenager leading another floating college campus. Teenage drama right here, my friends. You should have gift for the followers even if you don't like them. Yeah, so I have, I don't have like funny gifts, but I have like these ones. So like if somebody follows, it'll do like a little kind of related to the game I'm playing, which is pretty cute. But I don't really like them, bar that one meme. Oh, the gifts. Man, money has made that legendary. Money has made that part legendary. But yeah, I definitely wanted some kind of different aspect in terms of the following and stuff, or like subscription, or like the, you know, posting, rating, stuff like that. So I have a couple different ones. I don't know, I know a lot of people like the really funny stuff. I just don't know if I'm like that super comedic, you know? I think it's really important to figure out who you are and what works for you and what doesn't, you know? Yeah, I like that. That's cute. Oh, the little animations of the game. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think when I do Final Fantasy IX next, I'm gonna like redo all of them and then just kind of have them all based on the game I'm playing. I think that'd be pretty cute. You know? Let's see. Counterintelligence strategist. Yeah, we gotta go to the quad. Let's see, is this the quad? It must be. Man, look at the difference in terms of the resolution on these graphics. Like, it never ceases to amaze me how upscaled and high quality Squall and Quistis and Irvine are. And then look at the other characters right there, like blended into the pre-rendered background. Super interesting. Super interesting. Let's see, seemed to keep up last night, enjoying yourself. Hey, we can have good conversations, you know. I'm definitely down to, especially after maybe I've had a drink or two, maybe that's it. Sometimes having a couple drinks, you know, can lead to some good humor. Yeah, the quad, that's where we're going. I think Zell is down here. But, all right, listen up. Have you and Connell been streaming for quite a while yourselves, or did you guys just recently get into it? This is the big one, guys. We gotta win, no matter what. Let's see. Sup, Squall? I got this place covered. I thought you were sleeping. Oh, yeah, your announcement woke me up. My student ID is even, so I'm supposed to be here, right? Yo, Squall, come here for a sec. I remember this part. It's about your ring. This might not be the time, but what is it? Give me your ring, will ya? I just want to borrow it for a while. I won't lose it or anything. Come on, what do you say? Why do you need it? 3 weeks today. Nice, nice. Nice, you've made some like phenomenal progress so far. Like doing the YouTube videos and like Twitch streaming can definitely be there's a lot to do. There's a lot of aspects for it, but yeah, and you guys doing YouTube videos, it's super cool. I can't wait to see like where you guys go with it. I'm super excited for you guys. I'm super excited for you guys. Do you guys have a Twitter as well? Do you use Twitter at all? I feel like a lot of people on Twitch are they try to use a lot of social media and like Discord and Instagram and like I know you use Instagram. I feel like with so much social media, I was trying to like put together a Discord for myself and just like Feels like there's so much, you know? I mean, between Twitch and YouTube and even Twitter, like, I don't know how people do those, plus Instagram, plus Facebook, plus Snapchat, plus TikTok and all that. There's like so many different aspects to it. Thank you. We're at 9 subs and 109 followers. That's awesome to hear. That is super awesome to hear. So what it's all about is just like, you know, shouting out fellow content creators, being positive, creating a good community. Everyone watching, if you haven't checked out His and Her Gaming, be sure to check them out. They do have some phenomenal content. So what it's all about is just spreading the Final Fantasy love, spreading that positivity. I can't tell you that. Let's see. Come on, just give it to me. You can trust me. What the hell? I like this ring. I guess it's alright if he just wants to borrow it. So out of nowhere. They're literally getting attacked and about to go into battle. He's asking for his ring. Don't lose it. Me and Connell said that anyone who has been with us from the beginning is coming with us for the journey. That's awesome. I'll be there. I'll be there. I'm excited for you guys. Yeah, thanks, man. I didn't think you were going to give it to me. Renault's going to be so happy. Renoa. Oh, right, Squall. Leave this place to me. Let's see. Yeah, one thing I really do like on Twitch is just like, I love rating just random people. Like, that's my favorite thing, I think. And I love rating people too who like I follow as well. But like, when you just raid somebody who you've never met, who just happens to be playing maybe the same game as you, or like same genre, or even a totally different genre, you just gotta, it's like you're bursting into the scene and making friends, you know? So we do everything: Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, Discord, Facebook. Man, thank you for the shout out. Absolutely. Absolutely. Man, keeping up with all the social medias, that could be like a full-time job. I commend you big time for that. You'll make it before us. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if anything is going to be made, it's just going to be the community, you know? Everyone helping everyone. You know, I'm just trying to build a positive community, so. But, yeah, I mean, I've thought about doing other social medias. It just seems like such a, there's a lot to do. A lot to do for sure. Let's see, guys, I'm going to fight too. I don't want to just hide. I know I can fight. I want to fight alongside everyone. I hope this is the last time we have to fight in our home. Alright, is this it, guys? And then Renoa. I have to fight to prove to myself that I can do it, that I belong with you guys. Take care of yourself. If I'm being honest, if I'm being 100% honest, there still is not one single piece of dialogue that's convincing me, that's like wholeheartedly convincing me that Squall is developing feelings for Renoa. I get that it's subtle, and I get that like when somebody loses someone important to them, there's like a whole wave of emotions that can come crashing over you. But I feel like there's just been nothing that... Renoa definitely is very flirty towards Squall. Renoa definitely has some feelings, but there's been nothing Squall has said that's like convincing me that he's getting those feelings for Renoa yet. Let's see. Money Benjamin's dad and stepmom is in all our streams. Really? Oh, that is super cool. Dude, I love Money. Dude is so wholesome, so good. I love Money, man. He was one of the very first people I think I started talking to, like, with trying all of this. We love being nerds with everyone. Yes, yes. Dude, but I just love Money's positivity. That's what dude, everyone. Like, I'm just constantly amazed how many different people are just positive and happy and just love playing video games, love talking about video games, love being around other people that are playing video games. Man, the positivity. I don't know if it's just the Final Fantasy community, because that's pretty much the only one I've kind of scouted around in, but it just seems like everyone's pretty cool, you know? Like, everyone is pretty cool. Zell, I'm counting on you. Good luck, everyone. Time to get it on. Zell thinks it's time to get it on. All right. Look. Let's see. You both share a lot in common, if I'm honest. Very down to earth and sweet. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I just love I feel like as fun as it is to play video games, and video games are fun. We all know video games are fun. But it's the whole aspect of just sharing it with people and talking to people and just chatting. Yeah, just having good conversations with people that makes it all amazing. So, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I was honestly very nervous about streaming when I first kind of started doing it. Like the kind of anxiety of putting yourself out there. If you overthink it, it can like totally mess with your head. So I was a little nervous about doing it, but then he's just got to be like, just do it. Don't worry. Just do it. Have fun. And just have a good time. Just have a good time. Cannibal, right. I agree. I agree. Do you stream at all yourself? If anybody out there streams, be sure to chime in, because like that's what we're all about, is just, you know, throwing out good vibes, giving good shout outs, and yeah, just trying to like make the community more positive and bigger. Completely agree. Oh, thank you so much for following, Cannibal. I appreciate it a ton. You're awesome. I completely agree. Yes. Let's see. Because, I mean, like, at the end of the day, like, we could just play video games by ourselves with nobody watching and not a care in the world. But it's the fact that people are there and want to chime in. Even just people lurking in the background and just want to just watch. Like, it's totally cool. It's totally cool. Plus, I mean, everyone loves playing good video games. And I love that on Twitch, you could like look up any video game. Like brand new games, games that are 30, 40 years old. There's like always somebody streaming something. And I love these cutscenes. They're so good. This is a 20-year-old video game and look at these cutscenes. A 20-year video game. So cool. We're gonna crash. Go right. Look how they're maneuvering it. Let's see. I was so nervous. I don't like people having an opinion about me because I'm not going to change. And if they don't like me for it, it bugs me. Yeah. I mean, but at the same time, though, that's probably, honestly, that's probably a really good kind of feeling to have about yourself. Because, like, you don't want to change yourself. And you don't want to change who you are for other people. Like, you want to be as wholesome and true to yourself as you can possibly be, and people will gravitate to that. Not everyone, but the people who like you'll end up caring about will gravitate towards the true you know? Go straight ahead to the left. We're gonna stop them from coming in. Don't forget to equip your GF. Alright. Let's see here, and Irvine to selfie. I think I did that wrong. There we go. Yeah, the swapping of the junction in this game kind of drives me a little crazy. There's a lot of management in Final Fantasy games in the menu system, which isn't always bad, but sometimes it can get tedious. All right, here we go. Come on. Oh yeah, Renoa, here you go. I got it from Squall. Like I said, I'll make you one just like it. Till then, hold on to it for me, will ya? What did you say to him? I just told him to hand it over. It looks so cool, but it's too big. Guys, come on. Thank you, Selfie. We're only being invaded right now. Man, I actually really liked in the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Oh! Yes, I remember this part. I actually liked in the Final Fantasy VII Remake that with the menu system, you could just kind of automate it and, you know, weapons would upgrade themselves. That kind of made management quite a bit easier. Have you played Final Fantasy VII? I have. Final Fantasy VII is honestly my favorite Final Fantasy. Well, I'm super neck and neck with 7 and 9. One day it'll be 7, the next day it'll be 9, so they're pretty much neck and neck. What about yourself, though? Are you a pretty big Final Fantasy fan in any particular one? Is 7 your favorite as well? I don't know how to be anyone else. I myself, and if they don't like me, it means they don't like me as a person. That's saddening. Like, Connell doesn't care at all, but I'm a people pleaser, and I'm not pleasing, it upsets me. Yeah, no, I get that. But I mean, at the same time, you can't please everyone. And especially when you're broadcasting yourself out there to, you know, dozens or hundreds or, you know, even potentially thousands of people. Like, you can't please everyone. So I feel like if you try to please everyone, it could drive you mad, you know? You know? I think being yourself and being as wholesome and like being the best version of yourself, being the most positive version of yourself, I think people will connect to that a lot, you know? Damn it, I can't reach her. We gotta pull her up somehow. Renoa, hold on. We'll be right back. Let's see. This part of the game was so weird to me. She is literally dangling on the edge there, and we spend like half an hour doing other things while she's just dangling there. Come on, isn't there anything we can use? Like, she must have the best upper body strength of any Final Fantasy character ever. Let's see here. I think we got a Squall if I can remember. Ooh, let's save. There's one thing I've learned with Final Fantasy games. You need to save every chance you get, or you could definitely end up regretting it. Okay, try playing 7 with OCD with the materia system, even with Final Fantasy with the junction system. Oh boy, oh my goodness. The junction system. I like the junction system in 8, but yeah, it can be a lot. Like, there is a lot to do. But yeah, have you played Final Fantasy Remake at all? The materia system in Remake, even though it's very, like, near identical to the original, in Remake, there was even a couple things that kind of bugged me about the materia system. But, yeah, the materia system in 7, the junction in 8, the sphere grid in 10. Like, if you have OCD and you want to complete everything, the sphere grid in 10 would probably be the most challenging, I would think. It's so big. It's just so much. 10 would probably be the hardest game in my opinion, to 100%. Maybe the only one that would be close would be 12. 12 would be pretty tough to 100%. Have you ever, like, 100%ed any of the Final Fantasies yourself? Let's see. Yes, I have almost all of them and love them all for the storytelling. The storytelling, yeah. I feel like that's what gets people to stay on the series and gets them to, like, day after day after day continue the games as the stories, you know? Like, the story aspect is so important in the Final Fantasy games. Squall, Renault's in trouble. Yeah, she's gonna fall off the garden. Damn. Squall, listen up. The enemy is attacking the classroom. The junior classmen are there. We have to do something fast. The enemy's heading this way. Squall, did you hear me? Yeah, but she's not the only one in danger. Didn't think you were so heartless, Squall. Renault's gonna die. Don't you realize that? You have to divide into 3 groups. Who should come with me? Let's do Quistis and Irvine. Selphie, you go with Sue. Gotcha. Quistis, Irvine, come with me. We'll head for the classroom. Zell, you help Renault. Do whatever it takes, alright? Leave it to me. Yes, I have. Ooh, you have? I have 100% Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9. Alright, so then I gotta ask, what's your favorite Final Fantasy and why? Do you have a particular favorite one? Leave it to me. Oh, are we crashing in? Yep, they're crashing right into us. Do you have a particular favorite Final Fantasy? I'm always curious to ask that. Like, what everyone's favorite Final Fantasy is, because everyone always seems to have a different opinion, and it's super interesting to hear everyone's opinion. Let's see here, let's swap. Let's see here. Yo, Money, what's going on, man? Here to lurk as I'm video editing. Ooh, nice. Also need to know if you want to be in my next social media video post. Oh, dude, I would so be down for that, man. I would so be down for that. Let me know if there's, like, anything I gotta do or anything. That would be super cool. video editing. What do you use for video editing, if you don't mind me asking? Do you use like Premiere or what's it, Final Cut? DaVinci, I know, is a pretty big one. We were just talking about you and saying really good things about you earlier. We all got mad love for money here. Let's see here. Squall, go to the second floor glass room. Let's see. Check your DMs on Insta, message you about being in the video. Let's see here. One of these days I'm gonna have to like legitimately get into Instagram. I feel like I'm just like not a super social media person in general. So my wife though makes her entire living off of Instagram. Like literally her entire business, her entire everything is on Instagram. So she's like an Instagram master. She has like multiple accounts that are gigantic. So maybe I should stop dismissing her when she tells me I need to get more into Instagram. It's kind of hard to choose, but in overall it has to be 7. Yeah, 7. Man, I go back and forth every day between 7 and 9. I feel like, I don't know, 7 was so integral to my childhood. It was such a huge part of my childhood. I feel like I'd be lying if I didn't say 7, you know? But as an adult, 9 really is the one that's like been so... 9's like the one that stays on my mind the most. You little sea twerks. And it's interesting, honestly, like, I played Final Fantasy IX when I was younger and playing 7 and 10. I played 7 and 10 a lot when I was growing up. And I played Final Fantasy IX like one time, and it was cool. I liked it a lot. It was fun. When I played it a second time, I think when I was like 18 or 19, and I bought it on the PS3 store, I remember, and played it for the second time, I loved it. Like, I was like, I do not remember this game being this good. And I played Final Fantasy IX, and then I played Chrono Trigger for the first time, and then I went back and played Final Fantasy IX and replayed Chrono Trigger again. So I played 7, or no, I played 9 and Chrono Trigger, and then 9 and Chrono Trigger again. They're just both such phenomenal games. Right, remember that stream where we went off track with the Gandalf sax head bobbing? Yes, yes. So just 10 seconds of you doing whatever you want. PG, obviously, to that tune. We'll obviously tag in the post as well, just something fun. Just shout people out. Dude, that'd be a ton of fun. Yes, with Tank Top Zach, right? And doing the Gandalf sax. Yes, yes. Dude, Tank Top Zach is phenomenal. He does some really good content too. There's so many I could say that about. Like, so many people on Twitch have just produced phenomenal content, have great streams, super positive. Yeah, everyone is great. Everyone is great. Man, these guys are whooping my butt. Let's maybe throw Shiva at them. Let's see. Let's see. So should I like record myself head bopping to the Gandalf sax or something? That was funny. It's weird. I remember hearing that, I think, when I followed Tank Top Zach, like that Gandalf sax, and I'm like, I've heard this somewhere. Where have I heard this before? And then right when he was playing the video, I'm like, yes, I've seen this before. I saw something trending on Twitter the other day that was talking about like the greatest trilogies of all time, and a lot of people were saying Lord of the Rings. Like, Lord of the Rings, the original Lord of the Rings, like the best trilogy of movies of all time. What do you think about that? Head bopping, dancing, break dancing, whatever you want. Oh man, I can only imagine if I tried to break dance. That'd be crazy. I'll try to think of something for sure. I'll try to think of something. Let's see here. Man, I haven't played or watched Lord of the Rings in so long. I really want to. Such a good game, or such a good movie. Man, it's like, I feel like Lord of the Rings is kind of like Final Fantasy VII, how like once a year I have to replay it, you know? is so good. What about you, Money? You got a like favorite movie or favorite TV series or anything? Or anyone? Like what is it? Like everyone's favorite movie or favorite TV series? Still flying up here? My wife and I right now are rewatching Breaking Bad. And I haven't seen Breaking Bad in like 5 years or something. Man, and I forgot how good of a TV series that was. As long as it's not Game of Thrones, like Game of Thrones broke my heart so much with how they did everything. I'm gonna post it tomorrow, so get it to me when you can. Okay, don't set it on Twitter though, as it doesn't like me downloading videos. So on Discord or Facebook, Game of Thrones till season 7 and 8, yeah, or till season 8. Yeah, Game of Thrones, man, what do they do to Game of Thrones? It's so good. Like, it's so crazy to think like the writers of the first few seasons also co-wrote the very end of it. Like, man, what did they do to Game of Thrones? Good work. Take them safe somewhere. Yes, sir. Come on, guys. Let's go. Squall, squall. Now what? Come to the bridge. Okay. Going to the bridge now. Man. And I honestly thought, like, the way they were doing Daenerys, in Game of Thrones, I thought that was actually really interesting with her turning bad at the end. I just wish there was, like, more build up to it, you know? Like, I thought it would have been really cool if they showed her kind of going slightly more and more crazy as the story progressed. Yeah, very rushed. That's a perfect word for it. You know? Like, I get where they wanted to end with her, but they should have started on, like, season 4 or season 5 with her kind of going crazy, you know? Not, like, 3 episodes from the very end. What's the situation? We were able to stop the first 2 waves of the attacks, but our forces aren't looking too good. Many are injured. If they send another wave, I don't know if we can hold them. How's your team? Bad. They're barely holding off. So, looks like this is it. Their garden has more experienced fighters. On the other hand, most of our troops are students who are still in training. Like Squall said, 1 more wave and we might be finished. Maybe I should have focused on attacking in the beginning instead of concentrating on our defense. Cypher is with them, right? You said it yourself, there's no way you can run from him. It's kind of like your destiny to face him. Looks like it's now or never. You've come this far already. What is there to think about? You're not gonna run away, are you? Never. Let's see. I'll check now. Let's see here. There's no way I'm gonna run from him. Besides, attacking them might be our only chance. The only problem is, how are we gonna board their garden? Say, how about if we crash into their garden? I know it sounds crazy, but at least we'll be able to get in. The pilot's been ramming us all along. I'm sure Nita can do it too. We have no choice. Let's do it. Where's Renoa? Sorry, man. There's nothing I can do. There's no way to get to the squad. Those bastards have the area barricaded. Man, the only way we can get to her is by going over the roof or flying there. Renoa. Like, do you even see this? Like, do you even see this? He's literally telling Squall he doesn't know how to save Renoa. And it just doesn't really seem to give a damn much. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Whoa, wait a minute. You just gave up on her, didn't you? Listen, do me a favor. You go help Renoa. It may be too late, but don't give up until you're certain that there's nothing more you can do. I have to lead the attack. I don't care what you have to do or how you feel. Just do it, please, for Renoa. Listen to Irvine, Squall. She's one of us. What are you waiting for? I can't believe you. Come on, Squall, please. It's gotta be you. You're the one that has to save her. I'll take everyone inside Galbadia Garden. Don't worry. I know the place like the back of my hand. We'll clear a path. Once Squall arrives, we'll move in. Fair enough. You're forgetting something very important. What? What are we forgetting? What are we forgetting? I remember this part. I remember this part of the game when he's getting like beat up by the soldier in the hallway. I had no idea what to do during that part of the game. I was getting my butt whooped here. All right. Talk to your men, Squall. Encourage them. As their leader, it's your duty. Talk to your men. We have more than just men here, Dr. Katawaki. Talk to your people. Probably don't know, but everybody in this garden looks up to you. They like you. It's like the most unlikable person in the entire garden. It's like, everybody, this is Squall. How's everyone doing? How you doing? But I want everyone to listen to me. We still have a chance. It's gonna be our final battle. We're gonna attack them before they come in again. Such serious music. To do that, we're gonna head straight into their garden. Yo, the music at the end of disc 2. So phenomenal. Anytime like Adia or Ultimacia is in the scene, the music is just next level stellar. Alright, they will lead the attack into their garden. As for everyone else, please support them if you can. Teenagers beating up other teenagers. Seed was formed to fight the sorceress. At least that's what I heard, and Garden was created to train Seeds. So this battle is Garden's destiny, and also our destiny. It's a grueling battle, and I'm sure you guys are all exhausted, but I don't want to have any regrets. I don't want anyone to look back and regret this day. So just this once, I want you guys to give everything you've got, for yourselves, and for me. Aw, Squall. You charmer. You did great. That was wonderful. Okay, let's bash into them. It's gotta be like the worst steering wheel of all time. Oh yeah, we're in. Ready, guys? You betcha. Just ramming my college campus into your college campus. Let's rock. Let's see. Okay. We gotta go save Renoa. Dude, she's literally been dangling off the garden this entire time. How is she still holding on? Please help me. Mark is gone. Please help me find him. Damn it. I'm telling you. Renoa by far has like the best upper body strength of any Final Fantasy character at this point, if she's still holding on. Mark! Hey kid, you alright? Yeah. There's a person waiting for you down the hall. I want you to go over to her, okay? Yeah! Alright. Yeah, this part of the game I had no idea what was going on. Let's see. What should I do? Look for another option. Press the button for the emergency exit. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, and the thing with this game, here we go, here we go. Like, it didn't even tell you what was going on. You just have to dodge and hope you're doing it right. All right, man, I'm getting my ass handed to me. Come on, Squall. You're pretty low on health, dude. Yes, beat him up, Squall. Ooh, I think we're like one hit from getting knocked out here. Oh man. I think it's gonna take one hit from him and we're done. Unless maybe we got this. The tension is real. Just floating above garden, beating up Galbadian soldiers. Oh! No, Squall! I think Squall just died. Try again. Kicks do not inflict much damage. However, they can stop continuous attacks by the enemy. Good to know. Okay. And then we bring us back here. All right. Just got ran over. Man, these look like, these kind of remind me of like the Magitech armor from Final Fantasy VI a little bit. Let's see, press the button for the emergency exit. All right. Beaten up time. All right, punching time. Man, Man, look at them all fighting. Look at all those gun blades. I was not aware so many people had gun blades. Oh man, Squall. You're getting beat up, dude. Yes. Oh man, dude. Crap. Stop beating me up, man. Oh man. Dude. Dude, what? Man. If I die again, I might have to do the HP plus 20. I remember even in my first playthrough, this part took me like 3 or 4 times to do. Around for another option. Let's see, press button for the emergency exit. Alright, let's see if we can do it this time. Alright, kick his butt, Squall, kick his butt. Let him have it. Oh! That's a really cool scene though, like everyone fighting. I was not aware so many people were using gun blades in this game. Oh, come on, Squall, come on, Squall, come on, Squall. Let him have it. Come on, Squall. You gotta kick him. You gotta kick him. Come on, Squall. Dude, he's like whooping my butt. Come on, Squall, we're right there. Come on, dude. Give him some good punches now. Come on. Give him some good ones. OMG, how awesome was... Dude, his stream was awesome. Come on, Squall. Come on, Squall. We're so close, man. Come on. Yes. Yes. There's moments in Final Fantasy VIII like this where it's just dumb stuff. Yes, Asian Sensation stream was next level, dude. His and her and I were talking about that earlier. Like, some people just got that comedic element in them and they just rock it. Same with you, man. You and him, like, both have that comedy vibe. Like, I love it so much. It's really entertaining. You guys both put on extremely entertaining streams. Everybody, we're gonna hook you up to the TV. Ooh, I'm gonna be on the big screen. Mama told me I'd never make it on the big screen, and look at me now. Run to the left. I think I'm supposed to run right here. Man, look at all the swords. Oh, Benji, my man, thank you so much for the follow. Good to see you, man. How you doing? Sorted a stream deck and my green screen is on the way. Time to overhaul the stream in the next month or so. Dude, that's exciting. That is exciting. I've seen so many people get stream decks. It seems like stream decks are like a must-have item. I feel like I don't know what I'd use it for. What are you going to use your stream deck for? I'm super interested, actually. I've seen some people talk about using them for like transition scenes. All good, my dude. How are you? I'm doing good myself. I'm doing good. Just playing Final Fantasy and having some good conversations with some good people. I'm having a good day, man. What about you? What you up to today? Doing anything super exciting? Thank you. Don't worry about it. It was my job. We're still under contract. It was everybody else's idea too. Yeah, I feel like I really want to get a stream deck as well. I'm trying to think of like... I feel like every time I try to think about what I'd utilize it for, though, I kind of come up blank. Unless, like, maybe the Streamlabs little commands and stuff that go, like, you know, be sure to check out YouTube, be sure to check out Twitch, and all that good stuff. Scene transitions would be pretty cool, too, I feel like. Especially, actually, if you have a green screen. You know, because you said green screen, I think I might get it. Because you can have all sorts of like different transition scenes behind you and like, okay, I get it. That could be pretty cool. Voice mods, dude. Have you checked out that Go XLR yet, Money? Man, the stuff you can do on the Go XLR. I think that is, that and wireless headphones I want to be my next purchase. There's a way you can get, what are they? The Steel Arctis Series Pros? I don't know what they're called. They have a little hub that you can plug into the back of the Go XLR, completely wireless headphones, and you can hear everything that your stream hears. So you can hear if like the alerts are going, or voice mods. You can, you know, make sure your audio sounds good and mixed with like the game audio. I think I want to go XLR and wireless headphones next. Enjoying a nice chill day off. Nice, nice, nice. Let's see. All the transitions, chat commands, scene changes. It combines with Premiere. Ooh, Premiere Pro. Light changes, literally anything. I use Premiere Pro all the time. What can you do with it in Premiere Pro? Dude, you have piqued my interest, Money. You have piqued my interest. I'm happy you're having a super chill day, though, Benji. I'm happy. Yeah, it's Memorial Day here, so everything's just pretty chill. It's like another Sunday, pretty much. I'm going to be doing some stuff a little bit later on today, but chill morning goes a long way, you know? Like I said, don't worry about it. You know something? I couldn't afford to fall off that cliff and die. I have something very important that belongs to you. I can't die until I give it back to you, right? Zell gave it to me, see? I've been holding on to it. I'm gonna kill him. That's my favorite ring. You'd better give it back. Do you hear how he says that? Do you hear how he says that? You better give it back. So, authoritative. Authoritative? Is that the word? Yeah, we have a bank holiday over here too. Nice, nice. Are you in the UK as well? I think you and Money, are you guys roommates? I totally could be off. But I feel like I remember Money mentioning something like, are you guys roommates? Man, I've never been to the UK. You know what? I've actually never been outside of the US. And when I say that out loud, I feel so disappointed with myself. I want to travel there's like so many other places to see, you know? I mean, obviously now is probably not the best time to travel, but man, yeah, he lives in the same house as me. Nice, nice. Oh, it's a cool looking ring. What's this monster on it anyway? It's not a monster. It's a lion. Oh, that's what he says. Lions are known for their great strength and pride. Great strength, pride. Kind of like you, Squall. I wish. So this lion of yours, does it have a name? Of course. So, I wonder. I've always wanted to live in the States. My dad lives in Wisconsin. Well, I must ask then, what is it that is enticing about moving to the States? Because as somebody that's lived in the States my entire life, there's a whole manner of conversations of like past this conversation could go down. But as someone that's lived in the States my whole life, I feel very much like I would love to move out of the States myself. You know, Canada's right next door. Canada looks pretty cool. My dad lives in Atlanta. I've been to Atlanta. Atlanta's beautiful. Man, I think Atlanta has like the busiest airport too in the US. The airport is gigantic there. But yeah, Georgia area. My family lives in Florida, so like right below Atlanta, right below Georgia. And dude, it's pretty muggy there. It's pretty warm, and it's not like a dry warm. It's like a thick moisture mugginess. No pressure, but you're on the big screen. 55-inch. Oh boy. No pressure, no pressure. My beautiful smile. Oh, no worries. We watch all of you on our... Oh, that's my wife. Hello, wife. Wherever you are in the house. She's probably still in bed sleeping. Let's see. We watch all of you on our big screen. Love watching you all. Yeah, we have, man, we have a Apple TV, and it is so cool because we can literally... I can just be like watching whatever. I can be like watching something on Twitch and just one button, like airstream it to the TV. It's pretty cool. I've always wanted to live in San Francisco. Brought up a 49ers fan. Yeah, and the Golden Gate Bridge, etc. Dude, San Francisco is beautiful. I've been there a couple times. It's so damn expensive to live there though, man. It's like San Francisco is like... I always grew up thinking Manhattan and New York was the most expensive place, but San Francisco is even more expensive. But I'm sure London, probably Paris. Those two places are probably also very close to the cost of living, if not even more so. I know Paris is like extremely expensive to live in. Let's see. We was gonna get married in Vegas. Dude, my wife and I too were looking at getting married in Vegas. Why didn't you get married in Vegas? London is very expensive. It is. Or London is. It'd be so cool though, man. Like it's so expensive to live in those cities. But like the history, the environment, like just kind of being around all of that is like, it'd be so cool, you know? Let's see. I wish you guys could see what I'm seeing. Uh-oh. Connell's twerking for me. We almost did get married in Vegas. Turns out transferring a kindness up to Washington State was too much of a pain. Yeah, we were looking at getting married in Vegas, but like transferring the title or the license or whatever is huge pain in the ass. Did you end up just getting married in the UK? Let's see. You know, Zell, you'll make me one exactly like it. I wonder, so I was gonna ask, I wonder if you would know this, Money. So when you name Griever right there, you name his ring or whatever, I wonder if you change the name, if Griever at the very end of the game will have a different name. I wonder, like if you changed his name to Bob, would Idia, or not Idia, would Ultimecia summon Bob, you know, at the end? I wonder. Getting married next year, that's super exciting because some of my family won't be able to make it to the wedding. Family's more important than a big fancy wedding. 100% true. Ben is my bridesmaid. Yes, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome to hear. True that. I love it. That is definitely where Instagram will be handy. Let's see. Make sure you post all those photos. I'm super happy for you. That's awesome, man. I'm thankful enough to say, like, I was able to marry someone who, you know, she's watching, so I gotta watch what I say. But yeah, marrying your best friend is like the best thing you can do. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Just, you know, like her and I, we started dating in high school, and we've been together like almost 10 years now, and we just got married earlier, like 3 or 4 months ago. But yeah, marrying your best friend it just goes so far. I don't think he does, though. Fighting Bob would be freaking hilarious. Let me summon the most powerful god known to man, Bob. So getting Andrea for Remake to get me a dress. Give me a cheeky massage as well. Pay for the premium one, the luxury one, right? God, those scenes. Man, in Remake, when I was playing Remake for the first time, I was like mouth on the floor as to how much sexual tension there was. And that's like the most sexual rated T game of all time. The sexual tension between everyone in that game was insane. They did Wall Market so good though. Wall Market is like, Wall Market and the Airbuster fight are like my two pinnacle favorite moments of that game. Like when I think back on Final Fantasy VII Remake, dude, the Airbuster fight and Wall Market are just phenomenal. Does that mean I gotta marry Money Benjamin? I'd pay to see it. Oh man. Hey, Money's a great guy, so you never know. I always say that looks fade, but personality stake. Yep, I remember when we were talking about that. Yeah, just blessed to have someone who has both. Right, Connell's a 15, right? Connell's a 15. I'd pay to see it. Remember, everyone, Money is the ass man. That's what he's all about. So, so many paths this conversation could go down. That'd be crazy, huh? I mean, everyone might know, you know, get the wrong idea about us. If it's so crazy, why do you sound so delighted? Everyone is trying to get us together. It's so obvious, even I can tell. You sound like you want everyone to get the wrong idea. No. Well, everyone's waiting. Renoa, let's go. That's why I loved Asian Sensations channel so much. Dude, the comedy he had, yeah, like I can appreciate when somebody, and you can tell he puts time into the stream and doing all those different transitions and stuff. It's so good and so funny, so entertaining. That's probably the best word. So entertaining. Ass. Yes. God, when we were talking about that the other night, I was like dying of laughter. Let's see. Shan, you'd be the best, man. Can't wait for the speech. I know I have I think Siren has like the move find ability. I'm just gonna check that real quick. I know there's a draw point around here somewhere. But yeah, man, good. Last night was hilarious. There it is. There it is. Aura. I remember it was a good magic. Yes. Man, it's so weird. Like, I mean, I don't even think I'm a very social person. I mean, in general, like, I'm pretty quiet to myself, but like, when it comes to streaming and talking to people, man, we could just go on for hours about conversations, you know? It's interesting. It's like people all the way. I was talking to someone else in my chat about this a couple days ago. It's so cool because literally making friends and having conversations with people who are completely opposite sides of the world. People in like, I hate people. I think I know exactly what you mean by that, Money. Sometimes, here he goes, look. It's like, here we go. I mean, sometimes people can be frustrating, but dude, like, people who, and I've had people who tell me like they live in like Tokyo or in Australia, in New Zealand, in the UK, in Germany, and in Brazil. It's like so cool. That's literally making friends with people all across the world. It's so cool. Yo, Silva, how you doing? Hate isn't good for your heart. Let it go. Loved last night. Dislike people. Hate is a path to the dark side, right? Oh, Silva, thank you for the 4 bits. Great to see you again. How have you been doing, buddy? How you doing? Man. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, Final Fantasy IX, all these like little animations and stuff, I can't wait to swap them out with like Vivi and, ooh, I can't wait for Vivi. Vivi is probably my favorite Final Fantasy character of all time. And that's tough to say. That is tough to say. But the growth Vivi has from start to finish is outstanding. I cannot wait to play Final Fantasy IX. I am the Senate. Yes. Unlimited power. Unlimited power. Oh, and thank you so much for the raid too, Silva. Appreciate it a ton. Appreciate all of you guys a ton. You all are awesome. Loved last night. Man. Oh, the comedy. Just the comedy from everyone is so good. So good. The sorceress should be here somewhere. What time do you finish streaming? I usually go for like 2 hours, and I'm at like 2.5 right now, but yeah, usually 2 to 4 hour time frame. I guess it just kind of depends, but yeah, I usually go 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. But I'll probably finish Galbadia Garden here real quick because I can do it pretty quick, and then probably call it. So maybe like 30 more minutes, maybe an hour. She chose to fight and become our enemy. Choose to fight back. Man, some people stream for so long, like 6 hours, 8 hours. Like, I commend them for that. You know, I wouldn't even say streaming is like tough. It's just like, I don't know. I'd like 3-4 hours. It can like feel it kind of weigh on you. I don't know. Maybe it's ADHD a little bit. Let's see, we choose to fight back. We have no choice. At least I'd like to think so. Seems like I'm the only one confused. Let's see. I can barely manage 3 hours myself. Dude, yeah, when 3 hours hits, you like feel it. I was telling my wife the other night, like, it's weird. Like, when 2 hours, like, everything is good. And then once it hits 2 hours, I notice it's 2 hours. And then when 3 hours hits, I, like, really notice it's 3 hours. And then when, like, the 4 hour comes, I'm like, I'm feeling tired. Connell is streaming at 18:15. Oh, dude, I'll definitely stop by and check out for sure. What's the longest you ever stream? There was one. It was actually when the demo came out, when Final Fantasy VII Remake demo came out, and we had just gotten like, our job just told us we were going to take some time off for it. I played the remake demo 7 times. I played the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo 7 times. It was for like 8 hours or something. And I could feel it. By the time I was doing like the 5th one or the 6th one, I'm like, okay, we're gonna start skipping cutscenes now. I struggle to sit still. Same. I kind of feel that in my I get like the jittery legs, you know, a little bit. I can barely manage 3 hours. When we finish stream, can you send us what mic and camera you use, please? Oh yeah, totally. Actually, I think I have it set up on my stream, like in one of the panels. It has all of my equipment that I'm using. But yeah, this one's just a Blue Yeti. And then I'm using the Sony a7R II for my camera. If I'm being honest, I can't really recommend the Sony a7R II much in terms of like video recording. I just happen to have that camera because my wife does a lot of like photography and stuff for her online business. So I just kind of happen to have like a pretty decent camera around. But in terms of the quality, like you can't really see it when the picture is pretty small right here. But when you like zoom it up, it's a little noisy because it has 42 megapixels, which is great for photography. But from the video aspect of it, it introduces a lot of noise. So yeah, I'd say I love the Sony camera, and the lens is pretty solid. I think it's a 28 f2 lens, but the camera itself, like an a6000 or like a a6100, even like the a5100, I hear people like a lot. It's in Blue Yeti for the win. Yes. Listen out for the door. The KFC is a couple of minutes away. If you drink or smoke, time will pass. I drink coffee. Cheers for everyone for the coffee. I mean, I smoke outside of stream sometimes, but I've heard if people who smoke on stream or who drink on stream, some people were saying like Twitch doesn't like that for when it comes to getting to that partner level for some reason. I don't know if that's true, but at least while I'm on stream, and I feel like there's so much to keep it. I gotta like keep track of the game, make sure I'm in focus, you know, lean off the camera and take a rip. Fair enough. You better not check out my wrestling streams, dude. We're coming for your wrestling streams money. I want to see that finishing move again. Yeet. Final Fantasy hard mode. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot for me to like, you know, keep track of. There's a lot to kind of keep in track of like while streaming. So I feel like if I were to get intoxicated on stream, I don't know if I could keep track of everything well, you know? If I'm being 100% honest. Let's see, do we have Diablos? We do, okay. Let's make sure we have that no encounters ability equipped. I remember that, Toast. Dude, that video you showed us with you doing that finishing blow was awesome, man. Do you think you'll ever get back into wrestling at all, Money? All right. Man, this music is so good. I love the music in this game. Have I said that enough yet? Let's see. Hopefully, if I can get medically cleared. So in terms of like the wrestling, is it like, I've never really like fully watched like a whole entire wrestling match. Is it you like, I don't want to say hurting, but like, is it staged a little bit? Like, do you guys kind of practice some of the moves and stuff before, you know, going crazy on each other? Or is everything like beat the crap out of each other and whoever wins, you know? Because I know when it comes to like mixed martial arts, those people do not joke around. Like they beat the crap out of each other, you know, respectfully, I guess would be the word for it. But fake, yes, gotcha. More for the entertainment aspect, maybe. It's super entertaining to watch, though. It is super entertaining to watch. It's predetermined. Oh, I remember these two. Fujin and Raijin, fatigued. Let's just go. Let's get it over with, you know. Request. We're leaving Cypher up to you now, you know? We don't know what's going on anymore, you know? We just want the old Cypher back, you know? Cypher, he probably thinks he can't go back now. Alright. Let's see. Art's like a bitch. Because Stone Cold said so. Somebody give me a hell yeah. Let's see, we don't practice beforehand. We talk about it, then go in there and do it. Gotcha, gotcha. So because you don't practice it, is it a little bit more like improvisational, you know? You guys kind of determine what the finishing blow is going to be and who's... So do you guys talk about who's going to win the match before you even do the match? Like predetermined, like you say? So it'd be like, okay, I'm going to win this match and this is how I'm going to deliver the finishing blow. Very interesting. Every time I get paid now, I'm just like waiting for the seed rank to drop. Because it keeps dropping and I have no idea. Something that's so frustrating about Final Fantasy VIII, I feel like, is the seed rank drops, but it doesn't even explain why it drops. Please don't kill me, I'm not your enemy. Those bastards stormed in during class and just took over this place. Most of the students were kicked out then. You guys came to fight the sorceress, right? Here, you can have this. Thank you, my friend. I know 2 other students are hiding somewhere. They also have key cards to open the restricted areas. Be careful, guys. You tend to listen to the crowd and react to how the audience is responding to things. I might do a stream podcast and talk about it all. There's so much to talk about. Dude, I'll be there for it. I just love learning new things and, you know, things you didn't already know. So, yeah, I watched a little bit of wrestling in high school, but it was more so, I think, for, like, because I was involved in marching band and stuff, so I'd play with, like, the pep band and play music and stuff, so we'd go to, like, basketball games, football games, we'd go to wrestling matches and all that. So I watched, like, a lot of the wrestling and stuff go down, and it looks super, it's almost like chess, like human chess, it feels like, you know? It's like moves that you're gonna try to pin the other person down. Super interesting. Honestly, I've thought about like looking into like jujitsu or some yeah, like jujitsu, like some kind of body wrestling with people to try to pin them down, you know? I feel like I just have no idea where even to start, but I guess it's just all about finding that trainer, right? Because Money said so. Give me a hell yeah. You get a hell yeah, Vega. Hell yeah. You get a hell yeah. The only wrestler I honestly know, only wrestlers I honestly know probably are The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't know if I know too many after that. Yeah, when it comes to sports, I'm not a super big sports person, but if we're talking basketball, we can talk basketball for hours. If there's one sport, I haven't been as involved like with watching basketball like the last season or two, but like we could talk for basketball. I like basketball a lot. Man, everyone in America loves football though. Like Americans love their American football. I feel like I'm not really even big into American football. Let's see. I'd kick Ben's ass, Benchy's ass too. He can be the Black Rattlesnake Stone Cold Benjamin Austin. Stone Cold Ben. We watched the Conor McGregor doc and that was wild. Oh yeah. Oh, the Conor McGregor documentary. Dude, that guy talks so much shit. Guy talks so much shit. I see why people were so excited to see him, you know, get his ass handed to him. But he seemed like such a super interesting dude. Man, those people who like talk crap just to get the audience going are so ingenious about how they do it, you know? Because it's like they talk crap just for the audience to like root against them. But they get so much publicity that way. Conor McGregor to me is like the epitome of, what's the saying? There's no such thing as bad press. US British are a tad bit strange. Oh, us British are a tad bit strange and sarcastic. I talk crap all the time for the audience to boo me. Yes, I love it. Kobe Bryant. Dude, Kobe Bryant was the same way. I remember going to see like a Laker game and people were booing him at the free throw line, and he was just like wave at them like he loves it, you know? And he talks about it like he loves people hating on him and booing him, and it just like riles him up, you know? Yep, absolutely, Silva. Man, dude, Kobe Bryant. All right, all of you, man, Kobe Bryant, like I'm gonna remember always where I was and how I learned about all of that. I remember I was at work and my coworker came in and she was just like jokingly, smirkingly like, did you hear about Kobe Bryant? And me and my other coworker are like super big basketball fans, and right when she said it, we're like, no dude, don't joke around stuff like that, like that's messed up. And then we like looked up online, and God, literally like started like falling right like in our store. Yeah, let's see, Lakers supposed to eat a ring this year, but now I don't know. You think they were gonna win it this year? Let's see. Shannon, bring it. All right, all of you. I'm a rugby girl. Ooh, my best friend in high school used to play rugby. Dude, rugby looked like a ton of fun. I'll knock any of you over. Kobe, best of all time. 5 rings, 81 points in game, and the list goes on and on. Connell plays basketball. He plays too, but he's a little short, even at 6'4". 6'4" is pretty tall for a guy. So I'm 6'3". So, well, according to some of my papers, 6'2" and 7/8 is what I was medically listed at. But yeah, man, I used to tell, yep, #1 in the West. Wow, I haven't been keeping up on basketball too much myself. But yeah, ever since LeBron went to the Lakers, man, I'm a big LeBron fan too. I feel like it's just so hard to hate greatness when it's happening right in front of you, you know? Same with like Tom Brady. Like, I know some people weren't super crazy Tom Brady fans, but at the same time, like, if you appreciate and love the sport, like, you can just appreciate when greatness is happening in front of you, you know? He's pretty perfect in my eyes. 6'2" and above is delicious. I hate to say it, but I blame the pilot. I dislike Tom Brady so much. Man, my wife's coworker is a gigantic New England Patriots fan, and he has his marriage license, and he was the one who actually married us. Oh yeah, he loves Tom Brady. Like, just being around him, just talk Tom Brady nonstop, you know? Same as Michael Vick. Connell's a good player though. He supports the Celtics. Ooh, the Celtics. Man, when I was like really big into basketball when I was much younger, man, the Celtics were like my favorite team. When they had Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen, oh my goodness. My goodness. I used to watch like every Celtics game. Man, when they'd come into town, my family and I would always go to the Celtics game. They were my favorite. Kevin Garnett might be, just one of my favorite one of my favorite sportsmen of all time. You really need good coordination for basketball, and I have none of that. Let's see, anything, yes, anything is possible. That is probably one of my favorite just sports moments ever. I know where the third key is. I'm gonna find it. He said he likes you a lot. Well, I appreciate that. Much love, much love. But yeah, when it comes to the Celtics, man, my grandfather, he grew up in Boston. He was like a Boston guy his whole life. And he said he always wanted to take me to Boston. And I never got to go. I definitely want to go to Boston one day. But he was a huge Celtics fan. He got me into basketball. Here we go. We're moving. There we go. Yeah, he got me into basketball and just the Celtics and everything. Man, the Celtics are awesome. Yep, Lakers versus Celtics rivalry. It's weird though, because I'll admit, like, as I'm getting older, like, I don't really care for teams at all anymore. If anything, right now, I just enjoy watching really good sports. Like, I loved watching the Spurs play. I loved watching, you know, like the Miami Heat play, the Celtics play, like really good basketball. I can appreciate that. Yeah, seeing the Celtics and Lakers rivalry, seeing Kobe and Paul Pierce, man, legendary stuff. Even though I used to Irish dance, I really love contact sports, if I'm honest. Oh, hi, puppy dog, just coming out of nowhere and saying hi. Oh, hey, oh my goodness. Hi, hello, you're so cute. Yes. Hi. Oh my goodness. Larry Bird, yes, Larry Bird is a legend. Larry Bird, same with Magic Johnson. Oh man, if we're talking basketball, there's so much we can talk about with basketball. But yes, yeah, people in America love their contact sports. They love American football like no one else. I'm not a hard ass, nothing like boxing or MMA though. I'm gonna be honest, like I don't know, I like MMA, but it's so raw, it's so just brutal, you know? And I know that's why people love it, but it's so just beat the living hell out of each other. Like, it's like probably the sport I'm the most mixed on, because it's so raw and aggressive, but like, you understand it. Look at the baby. Oh yeah, my pups. God, they love to come in and just say hi. Yeah, that was my golden Layla. She does this thing where she's like really shy and she'll kind of hang out by herself. And she's like shy is the perfect word. She'll like kind of avoid me. And then just out of nowhere, she just comes running up to me and starts whining and needs to jump into my arms and lick my face. And she's a cutie. She's a cutie. Man, pets go a long way in helping people out, I'll say. Mike Tyson, Chuck Iceman. Have you noticed Zell has a legit Mike Tyson tattoo in this game? Like, it's hilarious. He like legitimately has, look at that tattoo. He's got a legit Mike Tyson tattoo. I can watch it, but I don't like it. Oh, some sports bug you. Yeah. No, I'm the same way. Like, I can appreciate it, and I think MMA is interesting. Like, I could watch it, but like, I don't know, blood, I'm just not super big into blood, you know? And there's just something so raw about just seeing people beat the living crap out of each other. Like, I don't know. Ooh, last key card, here we go. Let's see. I'm gutted the Olympics has been postponed. Yeah, that's why I did wrestling. I know to a certain extent the performers in the ring are trying to protect each other while putting on a show, where MMA, they're literally trying to kill each other. Right. Man, that's so hard to watch in sports, is like, whenever you'd see those fouls, or like in basketball, or like in American football, or rugby, where they would just do like really shoddy foul shots. It's so disgusting to see, because like there's one thing about being an accident, and then there's another thing about like dislocating someone's arm and potentially ruining the rest of their career, you know? So yeah, dirty players of any kind are just terrible for sports. That's why Zell kicks ass. He'll probably bite your ear off too. I play dirty with your mess. Oh god. Nothing but love, people. Nothing but love, people. Alright, I think we got all the key cards. I'm gonna go try to fight Cerberus. This thing like destroyed me on my first playthrough. It took me like 4 times to beat him. Alright, let's see. My forehead's not massive. You mean my massive head? Hey, they say if you got a big head, that means you got a big brain, so. Basketball foul not the same as old school basketball. Yeah, dude, like watching old school basketball and the intensity of it, so like in the 80s with the Detroit Pistons, they're so aggressive to like the Celtics and the Lakers. It's so good to watch, but like yeah, as long as nobody gets hurt, like that's my thing. Now if we get the foul cry in the new generation, yeah, people are especially James Harden, man. That guy loves to get his free throws in. He gets Marty. I'm the least intelligent person you can meet. I do not agree with that. I think all of you are phenomenal people, and you all seem like very bright, intelligent people to me. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna beat this. I remember it likes triple magic. What else? I think I had to silence it. I'll Benji fight me. I'll arm wrestle ya. Let's see. I'm just gonna go for it and see what we got. You'd win, Shannon. I'm not very muscular myself, so I'd probably get my ass destroyed. I agree, Ben. I think G-Garden used the GF. Ah, let's just take it. Pretty confident. Let's see how you do. The way Squall says it, let's just take it, sounds very Pokemon-esque. Oh, no more space. Oh, damn. Oh, damn, did he just berserk her? What? He quakes. Nah, you'd embarrass me. Man, have you guys seen those, like slapping competitions some people do? Where they literally try to, like, slap each other as hard as possible until the other person taps out. That was just randomly recommended to me on YouTube a few days ago, and I'm like, what is this? What is this? Okay. I think we're going to try to do some shell magic on everyone. That'll probably be very wise. Ooh, and we got 100 doubles? What? Let's see. James Harden, aka dribble. Yes. 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 Like, I mean, I think James Harden is a phenomenal player. I think he has so much potential. He's incredible. But man, God, he loves going to the foul line. I'm just tough for a girl. Hey, it seems like men really like tough women, so I always tell my wife, strong, independent woman. Strong, independent woman. No. Do not cast triple on yourself. Let's do double on Renoa. Strong, independent women. The best they are. All right, let's see here. Let's get some shells going. And this was like the hardest battle I remember on my first playthrough up till this point in the game. There were some tough battles in Final Fantasy VIII, man. There were some tough battles in Final Fantasy VIII. Are we all shelled? Oh, okay. Maybe let's do protect then. 1, 2. Protect on you, and then... Yeah, okay. And then we'll just start beating the crap out of him. Cool. Let's see. Ugh. So I did want to ask. So what did Connell think of Final Fantasy VII Remake? Because you're saying he's more into like the action-y games, right? Did he really like it a lot? I feel like most people I've talked to about remakes seem to have pretty positive opinions on it. People seem to like it quite a bit. I mean, I know I liked it quite a bit. I do like action games though, so like the fact that it wasn't turn-based wasn't too bad a deal for me, because I was already like bracing for it when they were talking about remake coming out. But yeah, I've heard some people were not super crazy about the action style of it. But did you like the ending at all? He likes Call of Duty. Let's see, Call of Duty, man, I think I played Black Ops. I actually think I have Black Ops 3. I don't even think I've played any of the campaign. I don't have any online kind of like subscription. I think I just bought it for zombies and because it was on sale. But, I mean, I like first-person shooters, too. I think first-person shooters are super fun. I loved Halo. My goodness, I played Halo so much a couple years ago. I went through a big Halo phase. So, I'm not going to knock first-person shooters. I think they're a ton of fun. Let's see. Who do you think the top 5 Final Fantasy characters are? I like storyline. I'm the same way. I definitely prefer more storyline myself. In terms of characters of all time, I mean, there's so many different so many different people you could choose from. I mean, my absolute favorite's probably VIII. I think VIII is just absolutely phenomenal. Honestly, Barrett in Remake. Like, and I mean, you can ask Money. I have praised John Bentley to no end for how he voiced Barrett in Remake. He did such an outstanding job. So Barrett in Remake, probably be in there. Cloud, Tita, Squall, or in Lightning. Yeah, I haven't gotten much into 13, but I can't wait. I'm definitely excited to replay 13 again. I don't know, what about all of you guys? Like Money and his and hers, and like, do you guys have any favorite Final Fantasy characters of all time? I mean, if I'm going through like one favorite per each game I've played, it'd probably be Celis from 6. I loved her in Final Fantasy 6. I loved Barrett and Cloud and Tifa in 7. In this one, I think, while no character is there's no character that's like super incredible in 8, I feel like. I think Squall has some pretty cool development. Laguna is also pretty awesome. I like Laguna a lot in 8. Vivi in 9. Garnet in 9. Beatrix in 9. Yeah, Zidane in 9. Like, for me, a good character is about starting somewhere and having like a ton of growth. So, like, I like a lot of growth, which is why I love Vivi so much, because his character growth is phenomenal. Let's see. Because of Remake, Barrett takes the top spot for me. Dude. Man, we could literally spend the entire stream talking about how awesome Barrett was in Remake. He was the only character I can truly say, every time he was on screen, I smiled ear to ear. Man. If you guys don't follow John Bentley on Twitter or anything, I would highly recommend it. He deserves every single award that's coming to him for Barrett. Yeah, Yuna for me in Pain. Yuna's awesome. Man, I feel like the characters that really stick with me, they're always the ones that are like they just grow so much as characters, you know? I feel like that's what makes a good character. Like, even in the original Final Fantasy VII, the amount of growth that Barrett goes through, that Cloud goes through, that Tifa goes through, like all of them. And I think that's why Final Fantasy VII is probably my favorite. Like, the character growth for all the growth for all the characters is just outstanding. Ooh, Tornado, eh? Barrett over Cloud. No way. If I had to pick one, I'd probably have to say Barrett over Cloud. At least in terms of characterization in part 1. You know, I think Cloud will have a lot of really interesting story expanded on in part 2, especially with the Calm flashback. That whole part is going to be amazing. But Barrett and Dyne, I cannot wait for Barrett and Dyne to remake part 2. That whole, and then Gold Saucer, man. Oh. I always get so excited thinking about it. Oh, that did nothing. Crap. I always get so excited thinking about part 2 of Remake, and then I'm reminded that it's probably going to be like 3 years before we even see it, you know? We still have so long. Let's see. No way, you don't think 3 years? You think even more? You think more or less? Oh yeah, I did want to ask, what is it about Pain that you really love? Because I know you're saying Yuna and Pain. I love Yuna. I think Yuna has phenomenal character growth as well. From the start of 10 to even where 10-2 ends up. But like, I'm curious why you like Pain so much as well. What Barrett die over words? Could will kick his ass up and down Shinra. What Barrett die over Aerith? They better, yeah, when that whole Barrett scene went down in Remake, I freaked out. I was not having any of it. I think I did Pandemona again. That's when I'd love to be. I'd love to be. Oh, Christmas next year? Man, I feel like that's super optimistic. I couldn't imagine if it's only 1 year away. here's a question, actually. Here's a question. After seeing Unreal Engine 5, because I know you saw it, Money, and I know we've talked about it with a lot of people. After seeing Unreal Engine 5 and what that could be for graphics, would you be okay? Or how would you feel if Square pushed off Part 2 a little bit to really incorporate Unreal Engine 5 in it? I feel like I'd be okay with that. Like if it causes Remake Part 2 to be, you know, maybe 2 or 3 years out so they could incorporate Unreal Engine 5. I feel like I'd be a little bit more okay with that. Pain, because she's so mysterious. She's a badass, and I love the color of her hair. The gray hair. She is a badass. That's why I love Yuna. Yuna's the best summons. Yeah, the summons in Final Fantasy X are awesome. The way they did summons in Final Fantasy VII Remake, it felt like they took Final Fantasy X and just like expanded on it so much. I love it. I'd be down for that. Man, yeah, when I saw... Dude, when I saw that Unreal Engine 5, my mouth was like on the floor. I could not believe how good it looked. Angelo for the win! Maybe not. Yeah, I think if they could take like that open world concept and use those Unreal Engine 5 graphics on PS5, man. Man, just the thought. No, Unreal Engine. Do you not like Unreal Engine? They need Squaresoft again. Well, Squaresoft was the name of the company before it merged with Enix. Did you not like the graphics of Unreal Engine or something? Oh man, he loves Berserker. Like, I'm gonna be honest, when I saw those graphics for Unreal Engine 5, I was like mouth on the floor. It looks so good. Although, how did everyone feel about the blood in Final Fantasy VII Remake? At the very end? Like, what was everyone's feelings on the whole Genova blood thing? I'm super curious about that. Like that purple goop blood or whatever, alien blood, Genova blood, whatever it was. I've heard a lot of people were not super crazy about that. I've heard a lot of people were upset about that. Like it was Genova's blood or Genova's... Not even her blood. Like, what even was it? It was like alien goop? If that's the best word for it. You know? Whereas in the original, it was all blood. You know, because Genova broke out and like killed everyone. So it's just the video games I played in the past. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like Squaresoft was a little bit more, I don't want to, they weren't as limited, I don't know if that's the word, but maybe they were a little bit more, I don't know, if we still had Squaresoft today, maybe there would be blood in Remake. Man, I want to do a video podcast with the likes of you and other streamers to talk about it and the ending. Down for it? Dude, I would super be down for that. Absolutely, man. Man, because we could talk for hours. We could literally spend hours just talking about any Final Fantasy, like aspects of any Final Fantasy, but especially Remake, with it being fresh. It'd be super interesting. I'm just so, I feel like with the story on Remake, like it's so hard to form an opinion on it if I liked it or not with how it ended, because I feel like the story's not complete, you know? Like that's really how I feel. I feel like it's hard to give an opinion on the ending of Remake just because the story's not finished. And I mean, the 95% that they were super loyal to looked phenomenal. It played great. It was the dialogue between characters was incredible. The banter was outstanding. But like with that little bit at the end, I feel like it's kind of hard to form an opinion on it, you know, because the whole story's not completed yet. Show me what you got. Let's see. Awesome, let's do it. And about the purple goop, apparently it was done because of the age rating of the game. Yeah. Ugh, got something in my eye. Yeah. Because, I mean, like, even in the original, it's just, like, red blood trailed down the hallway or something. Super light, so I get that, you know, maybe having blood and you know, all sorts of more Resident Evil type of blood probably wouldn't have gotten that T rating. Man, I like how they did Sephiroth to arrive early and had the Whispers add on. They add more to it. They had Shinra do the dirty work. Yes, how they made Shinra look was so good. I love the way they made Shinra look. Like, they made you hate Shinra even more, as though that were possible. And then the whole, like, Jesse bomb and, yeah. Yeah, they did really good job with adding a lot of those other elements into Remake. Although, if I'm being honest, I feel like I'm not super crazy about how much Sephiroth we got. Oh, does he have triple? Damn. Is that missing? Interesting. I don't know. I like Sephiroth. I like seeing all of Sephiroth in Remake. I don't know. I kind of felt like we got a lot of Sephiroth in Remake, you know? I almost feel like I wouldn't have minded if they held off a little bit on Sephiroth in Remake. But I get it. Like, I get why they had to have him, you know? And Jesse Wedge did die. You don't think Jesse's dead? You think Jesse's still alive? I'm wondering, Hawk's still alive? I studied 7 PS1 and PS4, so I know the difference. Nice, nice. I really wonder if Jesse's still alive, because they definitely showed off Biggs and Wedge. Although Wedge could still be alive too. Oh, we did it on our first time. And if I'm being 100% honest, I really wasn't even paying attention. I was more trying to talk to you guys. I can't believe I won that on the first time, honestly. Wow. Nice. Cerberus. Yes, yes. Man, on my very first playthrough of Final Fantasy VIII, my very first playthrough, I forgot to draw Alexander right here for Medea. Oh, I'm so upset at myself. Man, we need to talk about this so soon. I've got a theory about the Sephiroth thing, about it not being 7 Sephiroth. Do you think it's Advent Children Sephiroth money? Do you think it's Advent Children Sephiroth kind of going back in time? But yes, dude, we should totally... I've never done a podcast before or anything like that, so... But I'm super down to try it. Absolutely. Man, like I said, we could talk for hours. We'll have like a 4-hour podcast just talking about Remake. I'd be so down. For example, they had Jesse. Yes, the Jesse's mother part I really liked. I know some people thought Chapter 4, the Jesse stuff, was a little bit of a... I don't want to say a drag, but it was like filler. And I absolutely disagree. I loved that part of the game. That part of the game... I mean, just all the extended stuff. I mean, if I'm being honest, I feel like some of the changes were maybe unnecessary. But yeah, whenever they like dove more into character development moments, I just loved it so much. I was eating it up like there's no tomorrow. I think I'm supposed to go up now. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to go up if I can recall. Now that we got Cerberus. Yeah, like all the banter, all the dialogue, all the character moments, that was my favorite. Because like what we were talking about earlier, it's really the character development that causes you to stay for the game, you know? The atmosphere, the characters, the music. And it's always helpful too if the gameplay is awesome. Let's see here. Let's see, get Discord on your PC and I'll gather others so we can talk about it live on stream and record the podcast. Yes, I think it's Final Fantasy VII AC Sephiroth, especially after watching Advent Children again. It presented so many theories, dude. I agree. I think it's... Yeah, we'll have good conversation about this for sure, man. I think there's a lot of really interesting evidence that points that it could absolutely be Advent Children Sephiroth. So... Let's see, they had to add Sephiroth because of the Whispers. Yeah, and there's Whispers in Advent Children. Like, I'm sure you probably noticed that, right, Money? Like, when you rewatched it, like, the Whispers are legitimately in Advent Children. So, I almost feel like the Whispers are like the way the planet has the weapons, like, it summons up the weapons from the Earth, or from the planet. when it senses that something traumatic is going to happen to the planet, it like uses the weapons as defense. I feel like the Whispers are that exact same thing. They're like other planet force defenses, but instead of like physical defense like the weapons are, they're more of like a fate defense, you know? So many theories, man. So many theories. We're gonna have good conversation. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna like take notes of a couple things I want to touch on the subject, because if y'all haven't noticed, when I get in deep in conversation, I struggle so much with paying attention to other things. Man, especially when I'm driving, dude. If we have a conversation while I'm driving, I'm gonna miss every single exit. You know, we're gonna be 1,000 miles away and just having good conversation. Like the 3 Arbiters of Fate could potentially, yes, lose and could dodge and, oh, what are they? Laws? Oh man, Kadaj and Luzu, I think. I'm pretty sure I got those names wrong. When is this gonna happen? I'm down. All right. Oh, you guys shouldn't have. I was gonna come visit you at my old home. Shut up. Did you guys come to fight Matrone? After all that she's done for us? Is she even sitting on anything? Or is she just like sitting on air? Looks like she's like sitting on air. Renoa, what are you doing here? You gonna fight me too? Come on. Remember a year ago Did you hear that? I don't know if I ever noticed that. He was very alluding to something with Renoa that happened a year ago, and then she cut him off and said stop it. Instructor Trap, I'm still one of your dearest students, aren't I? Not anymore. It's too late, Cypher. You can't mess with our minds. To us, you're just another enemy. Like one of those monsters. You're comparing me to one of them? I'm gonna take notice too. Yes. Absolutely. I think it would be really cool money if we do it like live stream it, like on Twitch or something. Because then we can also have the chat kind of chime in. You know, and I think that would be, oh man. Especially if we can get like 10 or 15 or 20 or however many people, you know, chiming in. It's like so many good theories that we can talk about. So many different avenues conversations can go down with this. So I can easily sing a podcast like that, being like an hour long, 2 hours long, 3 hours long of just dialogue. I might try and aim to do it next weekend and see what I can get in if people are free. Yeah, definitely let me know, man, what time you're thinking for sure. I think next weekend. I might be working, but like if you could get me a time, we'll definitely try to work it out for sure. I ain't no monster. I'm the Sorceress's Knight. Sorceress Knight, eh? And look at you attacking like a swarm. You guys are the monsters. Oh boy, Cypher time. I get off at 5 p.m. Wednesdays and only off on weekdays. Same. I always work weekends and usually get the middle of the week off. I'm being honest, man. I haven't been back to work in like 2 months. It's weird. I almost have like a little bit of anxiety going back to work, you know? Going back to real life, as it were. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be interesting. Ooh. But it's pretty cool. It seems like so many people on Twitch are trying to find, whether it's like a passive income or secondary income, or, you know, a lot of people even shooting for, try to make it like a replacement to their income. I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool that we live in a time where we have access to Twitch and YouTube and just, you know, working from home. You know, if you really work at it, you can make a good side hustle out of it. Wednesday isn't a bad day, to be honest. I'll plan and see what I can come up with. All right, money. For sure, man. Let me know. I'm excited now. You got me excited. You got me thinking about things in my head that we'll have to touch on. I gotta make sure to actually draw Alexander for Medea this time. Alright, let's see. After playing with the junction system, the game's so much easier now. I didn't really play with the junction system too much in my original playthrough of Final Fantasy VIII. And I feel like that in and of itself caused the final battle to be so difficult. You know? Did you know, Money? I'm sure you probably did. But did you know you can get Lionheart on the very first disc of Final Fantasy VIII? Man, I didn't even know that until somebody mentioned it a couple streams ago. You can get Lionheart, Squall's ultimate weapon. You can, yes, you can. There's like a whole process for it. I already got all of the El Noil cards. Yesterday I did like, I played a lot of Triple Triad. And got a ton of El Noil cards, which can refine into pulse ammo, which is one of the ingredients for his weapons. But then you also need like adamantines, I think. So, but yeah, you can get all of the ingredients and fully forge his weapon on the very first disc. Didn't know that. I thought that was crazy. It seems like it's a little bit of a grind, but it'd be fun to try. It'd be fun to do a playthrough and do that. Let's see here. Man, can you imagine if they remade 8? I wonder if they're gonna take this remake of 7 idea and roll with it and remake any other games. Because if you think about it from a money perspective, the way they are doing 7, they pretty much just decided they're gonna remake the game, break it up into multiple parts, and bam, they got a whole new IP. They got a whole new franchise to go off of. It's so ingenious from a money perspective. Like, can't fault them. Can't fault them for thinking that business-minded, you know? I really hope they do. It would be so interesting, I feel like. I feel like remake's gonna take so long, though. Like, I could totally see 7 remakes being, like, a decade, and I don't want it to be, but I could see it being, like, a whole decade project. Man. Because it depends how long it takes for the second one to come out, but, like, I could totally see 7 remake being an entire decade-long project. It almost looked like Cypher dropped his sword right there. So can you imagine, like, when PS5 is at the end of its lifetime, when we're looking at PS6, man, graphics are gonna just be so crazy. 5 to 10 years. 5 to 10 years, man. In your opinion, and everyone else's opinion, in everyone's opinion, would you prefer if the game came out in smaller chunks so we got it sooner? Or would you prefer if there were less games that were bigger, that took longer to develop, but the games themselves were bigger? I feel like, in my opinion, I would prefer if the games were bigger and longer and covered more parts and they took more time with them, rather than just, like, putting out one game a year or one game every other year, you know? And Cloud Visions of the Future. Oh, yeah, no more than 3 parts. Same. It's crazy, like, if they only do 3 parts, it's just crazy to think of how Midgar is going to be one of those 3 parts. And, like, in the original, dude, Midgar was, like, 5% of the game, you know? So, because of how small Midgar was in the original compared to the overall story, man, I almost wonder if the game could end up being like 5 parts or something crazy. Kind of hope not. The Vision of the Future ties in with the Whispers. Yeah. Dude, those Visions of the Whispers were super interesting. Roche was new and cool. I liked Roche as well. I just wish we got more of Roche, you know? It seemed like Roche was in chapter 4, almost to kind of just be like a final boss of the chapter. I do wish we had more Roche, honestly. I think they'll add more of him in part 2, though. I hope they will add more of him in part 2. He just seems like such a cool character, such an interesting character that they just could have done more with, you know? I don't know, it's gonna be really interesting to see. But I agree, though. I think it'll go more than 3 parts, and I'm not wanting it to. Nice. This can't be. Why? Let's see. Connell hated the ghost part. It was I get what they were going with it. And maybe in the next one I'll kind of like it more, but the way it was implemented, the way the ghosts were implemented is just odd. Like, there's nothing else I could say other than it's just odd. Worthless child. The speed demon. He was the speed demon. He felt so... I remember my first time watching him, like during the bike chase on that part, he just seemed so, like, extra. Like, doing, like, backflips in the air and, like, flying through the air, and... I don't know. He seemed a little, like... I don't want to say anime, but he seemed very anime for Final Fantasy VII. And I don't even know if that's the best word. That's, like, kind of the first word that popped in my head. But he seemed very... I don't even know, like, extravagant? Very energized. He said it was repetitive. I can agree with that. It seemed like they kept popping up at, like, the worst time. Leslie has his little part that's new. I thought Leslie was a pretty interesting character, but that whole going back into the sewers aspect, I like the Don Corneo part, but aside from the Don Corneo part, yeah, going back into the sewers was kind of a pain in the ass in my opinion. I think it's over here if I can recall. I mean, the sewers in general were kind of a... They were long. It was a longer part of the game. I like the train graveyard, though. I thought the train graveyard was one of my favorite parts of it. Let's see here. Someone was mentioning on Twitter that they did not like the train graveyard or the sewer part, though, because you learn, like, you're learning that the plate's about to fall down and people are gonna die, and so the time it takes you to go through the sewers and the train graveyard seems a little, what's the word, stretched out, maybe. Like, everybody's about to die, the plate's gonna come down and kill thousands of people, but let's just chill and go through the train graveyard slowly, you know? I don't know. Xbox Batman, how you doing, buddy? Is this your favorite Final Fantasy? I wouldn't say it's my favorite one, but it's pretty phenomenal. I like it a lot. This is my second time playing it, and I just finished it for the first, like, a week or so ago. But I like it a lot. It's really solid. There's a lot of things I like about it. Is it your favorite Final Fantasy? And Shinra was bigger compared to PlayStation 1. They were. What's going on? They were like more evil. I was gonna say eviler, but I don't know if eviler is a word. Man, Edea is so cool. I love Edea in this game. Well, this technically isn't really Edea, but I liked it. Connell said he liked the flower picking. Oh, you know, depending on which flowers you pick with Cloud will determine the... Oh, what's the thing that you get in front of the orphanage? You can get like a chocobo or a cactar or I think a moogle, depending on what flowers you picked. I think I got a cactar for my first playthrough, and then on my hard mode one, I got a chocobo, if I can recall. But yeah, the amount of detail they had, like the flower picking stuff, was so... It was good. I like the flower picking stuff too. I'm on my first time playing it, not digging it as much as 7, 9, or 10. The mural the kids paint. Yeah, that one. First time playing it. What part are you in so far in Final Fantasy VIII? Yeah, I'll say I could agree with that statement. I think I mean 7 and 9 are probably my two most favorite games of all time, period. And then 10 is really, really good. We got a lot of people here who love Final Fantasy X. So... But yeah, your first time playing it, I'm curious what part of the game you're on. He let me choose. Which ones did you end up choosing? Larger Avalanche. Yeah, and then seeing more of Avalanche I thought was really cool. That's something the entire original playthrough I was like, I wonder if Avalanche is just Barret, or if he's just like a piece of the overall like bigger resistance pie, if you will. And I'm happy they touched more on that. The Reno part of the flowers picking, Rude, I think. Dude, Reno and Rude, so good. I love the Turks in Final Fantasy VII. They're like the coolest bad guys ever. So the time has come. You're the legendary seed destined to face me? But you are our orphan mother. What is she talking about? I must say that I am impressed. An impressive nuisance. I always struggle with that word, nuisance. So it's almost like nuance. Your life ends here, Seed. Cypher again. You're in Timber right now. 10 got me into the series. Yeah. Honestly, 10 might be my most favorite like video game world of all time. The scenery there. We're gonna get ready for streaming. Happy streaming. Speak later. You're rad. Thank you so much. I will definitely stop by. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. You are awesome. And have an awesome stream too. I can't wait to see some Final Fantasy X. I can't wait to play 10 again. It's such every time we talk about 10, I get excited for it. It's such a phenomenal game. Let's see. But yeah, I can totally see how 10 could get you into the series. It's just so good. Even like nowadays, it's been out for like 20 years. 20 years, and it's still like an A+ game, right? Avalanche, Inside Man, motherfucker, was cool. The Wu-Tai Conspiracy, yes, how they incorporated Wu-Tai into it, it was so cool. Thank you. You were very welcome. You were very, very welcome. Let's see. But yeah, I love the Wu-Tai stuff in Remake, like how they incorporated that. That just makes me so excited for Yuffie. I can't wait to see what they do with Yuffie. You're not our matron. All seeds must perish. Yeah, Idia's music is like on par with Sephiroth. And Dancing Mad with Kafka as like my favorite like villain music. I'm the sorceress's knight. You'll never get past me. That's debatable. We're gonna knock you down, Cypher. Let's see. Do you think 10 is probably your favorite in the series, Xbox? My favorite, man, I love talking. I love talking to people about what their favorite, not even just Final Fantasy is, but like their favorite video game of all time is, you know? I feel like when you talk to somebody and they explain what their favorite video game is and why it's their favorite, it tells a lot about the person, you know? One thing I love about a lot of people who say they love Final Fantasy is they really gravitate towards the series for the story and for the music. And those two things are incredibly important for me for a good video game. Good story, good music, good characters. So that stuff goes a long way with me for a video game for sure. Oh, hi puppy dog. Come over here. Yeah. Saying hi to everyone. You're so cute. You're so cute. Let's see. And I think Zach is alive. He'll be in part 2. Yeah, I'm really intrigued to see what they do with Zach. I'm really intrigued to see, yeah. I'm working on playing through 8, then 10. Best game series. Yeah, is it your favorite game series? Yeah, it's probably my favorite too, if I'm being honest. Because each game is so different. You know, each game is just so different compared to one another. That's why I love them. Idia! Alexander! I cannot believe I forgot this in my original playthrough. I'm still bummed about it. This is our opportunity. Alexander, baby. Acquired Alexander. I love it. All right. Let's see. 10 is by far my favorite. I wish the new ones would have as in-depth of a story. Yeah, the story. The love lost. The love lost of Final Fantasy X is outstanding. Like, I mean, I'll admit, I cried. Like, I cried on, when I played Final Fantasy X and the ending of it. It's so good. It just breaks your heart. Tidus and the dream aspect of it. Super good game. Let's see, I'm working on playing through 8 then 10. Yeah. Well, I'm intrigued about, what are your, like, what are your feelings on 8 so far? Like, what do you like on it? What do you not like on it? Ooh. Yeah, let's heal up. This is a good time to heal. Man, this music though. Guys. Is this the best soundtrack in the entire franchise? Is this the best OST in all of Final Fantasy? It really might be. It's so good. The music in this game is just outstanding. Let's see. 10 is my second favorite because of Tidus and Yuna's love story. I definitely, if I'm being honest, I definitely feel like the love story in Final Fantasy X hit harder and connect more than in Final Fantasy VIII. And you know what? I'm loving Final Fantasy VIII. There's a lot of great things about it. But I mean, we're at the point right here where Renault is about to go into a new, well, I'm not gonna spoil anything, Xbox. I just think, I do agree. I think the Yuna and Tidus love story in 10 was done way better than in Final Fantasy VIII. Honestly, even Zidane and Garnet in Final Fantasy IX, I think, is better than Squall and Renault's love story so far. But I'm keeping an open mind. I'm excited to see Disc 3 of here and kind of dive more into the dialogue. Because I don't think it's terrible. I just think it's, I want to read more of their dialogue, you know? Yeah, I just fell in love with it. It's what got me into gaming. The junction is throwing me off in the magic system I'm not a fan of. The music is good though. Let's see. No, I totally agree. I actually really like the junction system. Like, the more I play it and the more I think about it, the fact that you can customize your weapons and your defense and armor so much with the junction system, I really like. Now, but what I will say, the draw system, I hate. Like, if there's one thing about the game I really don't like, it's the draw system. I wish we got magic differently. I wish we acquired GFs differently. I don't know. I wish we had MP still. I love the junction system. I really, really do. I think it's super creative. So many things you can mix around with it. But the draw system, I'm not. I ain't feeling the draw system. All right. I connected with 10 so much. You can spoil it. I'm only 15, 20 years behind not playing this one. The Blitzball and the Sin part. Man, I never got into Blitzball, honestly. I've played 10. I've played 10 for multiple hundred hours, honestly, on one of my playthroughs when I was super young. And a couple times, again, throughout. Probably like 3 or 4 times I've played all through 10, and I never got into Blitzball. I never got into Blitzball much. Maybe when I do my playthrough of 10, maybe I'll, like, really try to bite into it, you know? Let's see. I enjoyed Blitzball so much, and yeah, I'm trying to keep my mind open to it. Just drawing magic is such an inconvenience. Totally agree. I totally agree. I totally agree. I think the way the magic system, and I mean, I like the junction system. I think the junction system is really cool and unique. It's just the drawing. Drawing magic. It's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass. And then especially with the GFs, like how missable the GFs are. I'm not crazy about that. But I think aside from that, there's a lot to like in Final Fantasy VIII. The summon animations are incredible. The music is, again, arguably my favorite in the entire series. Like this song, holy crap. I just want to fight a Dia all day just to listen to this. Let's see. I'm going to replay 10 next week, dude. That is super exciting. Yeah, next month, June 1st, I start Final Fantasy IX. So I am very excited to jump back into Final Fantasy IX. I haven't played 9 in probably like 5 years. Maybe 4 years. I think it was 4 years. But yeah, I haven't played 9 in a long time. And then after 9, I'm going to play 10. So I didn't really even play video games too much. Like, it was really Final Fantasy VII Remake that kind of reignited my passion and interest in gaming again. You know, and then playing 7 Remake, I mean, I felt it to myself, I have to play 7. If I'm going to play Remake, I have to play 7 beforehand. So I played 7 and streamed it. Played Remake and streamed it. And then I'm like, you know what? We played 7, we got to play 8. I've never beat 8. And now it's just, you keep going. You just got to keep going. Now we're doing 9, and then we're going to do 10. So many good games in the franchise. Let's see. Zephyrs, Blitzball was fun. Why didn't you like it? I don't think I ever got into it. I think that was it. I don't think I just, like, gave it much of a chance, you know? I think it's totally way more of a me thing with Blitzball than it is Blitzball itself. But yeah, I never got Waka's ultimate weapon, never got more Waka limit breaks. I don't think I ever got Lulu's ultimate weapon either, or Tidus's ultimate weapon. I was talking in his and her gaming when we were talking last night. I love 10 so much. Like, Final Fantasy X is such an amazing game, but there are a couple mini games in Final Fantasy X, like 4 or 5, that are just downright aggravating. The Chocobo Cheetah Celestial weapon is so frustrating. The butterflies for Kamari's weapon, super frustrating. But it's so good. It's so good, you know. 15 had cool music. 15 did have really cool music. The whole opening of 15 was just phenomenal. I can't wait to play 15 again myself and really actually finish it. I'll be in the Middle East, so I will probably miss it. Oh, what are you going to the Middle East for? That's super cool. Let's see. 9 was kind of sad too. Yeah, especially when we talk about VIII, man. Man, I'm gutted I never found out when you played OG7. Would have loved to see your live reactions. Well, I've played 7 many times, so when I was playing 7... Oh, Steve-O, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. Yeah, 7... I think I did a no materia challenge, so I literally played the entire game. Didn't use any materia whatsoever, which was interesting. I've never played 7 like that. It was an interesting take on it. You came for the game and stayed for the music. That might be how I feel about 8. Yeah, the music in this, like, I can't even get over it. Every track, almost every single track is just a 10 out of 10. Let's see. Been missing in action, dude. Sorry for just video. Oh, no. You're totally good, man. You're totally good. I do that all the time, too. Like, I'll be, like, editing videos and stuff and just have, like, a stream going in the background. I used to listen to a lot of podcasts in the background, but, like, I don't know. It's pretty cool to have, like, other people's streams going on and then, like, kind of chime in from time to time, you know? I always feel... I don't know. I always feel kind of bad because, like, I don't want people to think I'm just, like, came in to say hi, chat for 2 seconds, and then, like, head out. Like, I do stay in streams a long time. I just usually kind of keep them in the background, you know? They call that lurking, right? My wife hates that term. She hates the term lurking. She was telling me last night not to ever say it because she hates it. And I'm like, she's probably rolling her eyes right now as she's listening to this. But, like, that's just what Twitch calls people chilling in the background. I'm the same, such a lurker. Yeah. And I mean, like, sometimes you just don't have things to chime in with, you know? Yeah, like, sometimes it's good to just kind of see other people chatting and, you know, you want to chime in on the conversation, but sometimes, you know, you want to see what other people say. Let's see. I remember spending hours and hours grinding monsters in that monster, yes, the monster capture side quest. Because you have to do, I think you have to get like 10 of every single one, right? Man. There are so many side quests in 10, and some of them are just relentless with the grinding. Oh, it's an odd word, but I get it. I'm gonna be here trying to roll forward more in Final Fantasy VIII. Well, thank you so much, Xbox Batman, for stopping by. We absolutely love having you. Yeah, that's what I want, just building in the community here, is just positivity, you know, respect, lots of love, you know, good conversations. That's what it's all about. Best music in a video game is Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater theme. Ooh, a specific song? I don't know if I've heard that one before. I've never played any of the Metal Gear Solid games, but I know it's got a very strong fan base. I've heard they're very cinematic kind of games, you know? Diamond Dust. I think ZephyrsXP and MoneyBen should stream together and talk about Final Fantasies. We're absolutely gonna do it. Money and I will do like a podcast and talk about Final Fantasy. Absolutely. Yeah, Money is probably like the first person when I was streaming on Twitch. He was probably the first one that like really kind of introduced me to his community, and he's just been an awesome friend to have. So I'm super thankful for having Money. He's like a good friend to talk to. You know, it'd be totally like, imagine like streaming or trying something and like walking into like a really negative community or like really mean people or people who are like not supportive. I guess I was just a little bit worried about all of that, but like I haven't had that experience at all. Everybody's just been really, really positive and phenomenal and supportive. Super supportive. And I can't even tell you guys how appreciative I am of that. Oh, Renault silence. We gotta unsilence her right away. Let's see. Yeah, I know I definitely want to try to focus a lot more on like YouTube as well. Like trying to... I mean, I've been posting videos like every single day for about a month. They don't seem to be getting too much traction though. I feel like I want to do more like smaller videos because I've been uploading like the entire 2-hour playthrough. I feel like I kind of want to try to edit it down into more condensed the highlight reel, you know? My wife and I were talking about that last night. Like some people like the 2-hour playthroughs and some people like a more condensed version, you know? Oh, is that it? Nice. I think just at the end of it though, it's just all about making the content, you know? 58p, all right. We got Alexander, baby. Yeah. Anybody going to get that Last of Us Part 2? Yes. Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, and Cyberpunk. It's hard to justify spending that much money for all of them, so I might have to pick. But if I had to pick one of those three, and Ghost of Tsushima looks so good, but it has to be The Last of Us Part 2. The first Last of Us was one of the greatest art experiences I've ever enjoyed. You know, every time I think about my favorite video games of all time, God of War, Breath of the Wild, and The Last of Us, aside from Final Fantasies, those three like always pop into the conversation. Let's see. Some of them are going to be launch titles for the PS5. I'll wait and get it on that. Let's see. We named our first Golden after Ellie. We did. So I don't it wasn't after Ellie. Well, no, it was. Yeah, it was Ellie from The Last of Us. Yeah. So we have 3 golden retrievers. We have Booker, who we named after Booker from BioShock Infinite. Layla, who we named after the song Layla by Eric Clapton. And then Ellie, who we named after Ellie from The Last of Us. Yeah, so big video game and music fans, obviously. Let's see, what do you think about part 1? Steve-O, love Last of Us, one of the best games from that gen. Yes. I think I gave my PS3 version of The Last of Us to my coworker, and he ended up breaking it. So I just ended up just buying the remastered version on the PS4, and it's so good. It is. Like, I feel like The Last of Us was like just a revolutionary game. The story aspect of it, the way Ellie and Joel interacted with each other, like I had never seen that in a video game before. And yeah, the way they did that dialogue, just the banter between them, and I think Final Fantasy VII Remake really got it right with the banter between everyone when they're just conversing and walking around. Man, it just made the game feel so real. And then when they get to Salt Lake City, so I'm from Utah, and I lived in Salt Lake area, so when they finally got to like the Salt Lake area, and you could see like the temple, and it was all covered in like the trees and grass and everything, and the giraffe scene,
I remember like legitimately like starting to tear up and cry. I'm like, this hits so extra home to me because like I'm from there and like I recognize the temple and I used to go downtown all the time. And man, Last of Us is one of the greatest cinematic experiences of all time, hands down. It was really well written, one of the best of all time. I completely agree, Steve-O. My girl loves that game. She got the PS3 and PS4. Nice, nice. Yes. Man, we could go on for hours talking about The Last of Us. Irvine, Zell. Hope she's waking up. I think we knocked the Ultimisi out of her. I've all grown so much and become so strong. I've waited for this day to come, and also feared this day would come. Today a joyous day, or an odious day? Odious? I've never heard that word before. That's my word of the day, odious. Last of Us 1 stream pre-launch, Last of Us Part 2? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I haven't played Last of Us in quite a while, honestly. It's weird, it's like... Remake really has like reignited my interest in video games. You know, I mean, I was kind of playing games off and on here and there. Like, I'd go through these phases where like I would really get into a video game and like binge it for a month and then go like 5 months without playing any video games. I did that with Breath of the Wild and I did that with God of War. I just like, you know, went super crazy on them, spent an entire month just hardcore playing and then just finished it and kind of moved on. But I feel like through all of this, it's really reignited that passion for video games, you know? She got me to play the multiplayer, and that was awesome too. I've never played the multiplayer on Last of Us. I never have. Let's see. Back in bed. Man, I hate when Final Fantasy VIII does this stuff where it like just cuts the music off. It's so just... I like music as background noise, you know? I like having some music as background noise. Just nothing. Just dead silence. Just dead silence. Nothing. No background music or nothing. She's in a coma. Squall, can you hear me? Head to Adia's house at once. The sorceress Adia, Matrone, is back at the orphanage. Very interesting, my friends. All right. Well, so I think we just got to the beginning of disc 3. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to call it for today. I think we're going to kind of wrap up the stream. You need to... I definitely want to, honestly. Here, let's see. Here, let's try... Yeah, I really want to try. I just want... You guys are getting me into playing The Last of Us again. Like, I'm just getting so excited for playing video games. That's what happens. I like get on Twitch, we start talking about video games, and now I just like want to play them all again, you know? Before we head out, though, and I am immensely appreciative for each and every one of you. Thank you all so much for stopping by, for having some good conversation, for some good chats. Before we head out, though, are you guys down to do a raid? Oh, and thank you, Xbox Batman. Thank you so much for following. Super happy to have you. Super happy to have everyone here. All of you are awesome and incredible people. But before we head out, you guys down to do a raid? I think we should raid. And I think we should raid His and Her Gaming because they're playing Final Fantasy X. So I think we got to go spread some love over to them. What do you guys think? Y'all down for that? Let's see. All right, I'm seeing a thumbs up. I will take it. Let's do H&H Gaming. Let me see here. H&H. Yeah, that's right. What are you doing? Let's see. Oh, there's another H. H&H Gaming. 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right. Yes, let's go. Let's go, everyone. Let's go. It is raid time. Be sure to tell them Zephyr sent you. I'll be streaming same time tomorrow, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time till usually 9 a.m. But obviously we end up going longer sometimes. If you guys want to as well, I'm making compilations of all these videos and uploading them on my YouTube channel. And then I'm also getting a little bit more active on Twitter as well. So if you want to be a part of it there, be a part of it there. Same username everywhere, ZephyrsXP. So have a phenomenal day, everyone. And it's raid time. Raid time!